Well, here we are, gang. Welcome to week 12 of the 5PL. Super excited. Some big matches, 5PN Universe Team Pro League. I'm Daryl Bradley. We've got a couple of new commentators online with us today. We've got Tyson Nelson from Winnipeg, and we got Matt Leonard from Ottawa. Gents, how you doing? Thanks for joining today. Excited for these or what?
Oh yeah, thanks for having us on, Daryl. I'm excited to see how my hometown boys do today.
Yeah, the little chirping there before we went live, and the your snowmen are giving you the gears, and you better be careful as you're commentating online for them.
Anything to get them fired up.
Nice. And Matt, you've done a little commentary before, so maybe a little bilingual action today. Are we going to hear or what?
Yeah, I definitely can try. For all my Quebec friends and everything. Obviously, I'm not actually in Ottawa right now. I'm actually in Gatineau. So no, looking forward to this. Obviously, first time doing the Pro League commentary, so it's looking like a good day for sure.
Right, you're on the other side of the river, aren't you? So you're on the
Yeah.
Quebec side. That's why you're representing Quebec at all these Masters and Opens and all
Exactly,
these
yeah.
nationals now. And recently on the mixed team. Hey, that's early on shout out, Matt Leonard, mixed team going for Quebec.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, our mixed team. Actually, I'll tell you the names, I guess there. So I'm playing with my wife, Isabelle Saunier. That'll be the first time we ever compete together in a national event or period. We also have Vanessa Gauvreau. We got Chantal Cyr. Those are the three ladies. You got myself. You got Patrick Leduc, and you also have Eric Villeneuve as well. So that'll be our six. And the coach that we have this year, it's Gilles Leblanc.
Nice.
That's a
Fun.
solid team.
Good on you.
We're looking forward to this for sure.
Nice. Well, there's that, and of course coming to Edmonton in June, so we'll be looking forward to hosting you and having you here. And we're glad you made it. The slogan, eh? We're glad you made it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll get more of that kind of fun talk, but we'll bring in the managers for our first match. So let's just take a quick look here at our matches today happening in our home hardware division. We've got the Average Pros, fan favorite, playing versus the St. James Snowmen from Winnipeg. Then the Bridge City Bandits down in Lethbridge playing against the Average Pros. Then Next Gen coming in playing out of Bonnie Doon against the Holy Rollers. So some pretty big matches here in the home hardware division. You can see over there on the Cargill side, we've got another feed looking on YouTube. So if you're looking for that one, just head to YouTube, 5PL, Week 12, Cargill, and have both streams going. Why not? Hey, Sunday morning, lots of bowlers playing all over the country. We'll chat about them as we go, but let's bring in our first managers for our first match. We've got from the Average Pros, Katie Hicks and Henry, and a little guest commentary this morning. And then from the Snowmen, we've got Amanda Devaney. How we doing, gang? Katie, what's this? You're bringing a baby to the conversation?
I think you guys are on mute.
I got you on mute. You're good now.
Muted us. Good job, Evie.
Yeah.
An extra today. He's making the poll.
He's making the poll today. Yeah, teller's in. Good. And Henry, is this the day that you're going live microphone while you're bowling out there?
No, this day I got a bowl against that Al guy out of Timmins. I think he's at. We're gonna do a Mighty Flux one, but not today. Today I'll concentrate on bowling.
Nice.
Next week in the chirping. Although we can feel some snowmen are gonna be melting today.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty cold outside. There's no melting here.
No melting.
And Amanda, Snowman, just the one game on the radar here today. But obviously the team's probably excited to play a game and continue to chip away at the standings and know where you are in the standings and what you got to be do today. So how's the team feeling?
For sure, team's feeling good. We haven't had an official match since before Christmas, so we're ready to go. We got some reps in with our Winter Classic, which was a big success, and we played well at that event. So we're ready to go. Got emergency spare in sadly, my sister is very under the weather, sick with some who knows what. So we
Yeah.
got Karen Armstrong coming in on my bench, which is a big addition to have for a Sunday
Nice.
morning.
KFA makes an appearance in the
Well, the
5PL. Eh?
Rangers.
Yeah,
KFA is a
totally
name that
right.
people recognize.
Yeah. It's exciting. And it looks obviously Katie, Henry, Palmer's not there. You've got a busy lanes going on at Sherwood Bowl, 12 lanes happening. Plus, you've got the Dream Crushers next to you. You've got 2 games. Any sort of thoughts, the game plan, and how you're going to manage the situation today for the average pros?
It's just the way we like it, chaotic. There's lots going on, lanes beside us. So maybe we can keep an eye on the Green Crushers and see how well they're doing. But no, we're just gonna stick to our normal routine. Roll the ball.
Match them. That's what you do, right? And then you have a good match.
Okay.
Well, anything quick from you guys, Tyson and Matt, for these 2?
I guess we're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready to see some bowling.
Good luck, guys.
All right. Good luck,
Thanks.
guys. Have a good game.
Good luck.
All right, let's do
We
it.
got our lineup in there already?
Yeah, give us your lineup. Both of you lineups. Average pros first. Go for it.
So we've got Henry starting, and then Brittany, Charles, Scott, and Jordan. We've got Stu and Mark on the bench for the first game today.
Perfect. And Amanda.
The polls.
I got Matt Rodich in leadoff, followed by Sam Gilardi, Alyssa Campbell, Trevor Cook, and Dwayne Gilardi in my anchor for the first time. Trevor got
The
moved
boot.
up the lineup.
Yeah, let's
And
change.
then, as mentioned, I got KFA on my bench with Colton Uswa.
Nice, ready to come in.
Yep.
Okay, well, good stuff.
Which is
Let's
hot.
do it, team. Let's see a big match. A couple of big 13s. Let's go.
Good luck, all.
Right, fun there, guys. Let's just go like this. We'll add this into the stream. We'll get this ready, and we'll do a little rosters. So for you 2, average pros, go for it.
Okay, for the average pros, we got Henry Schutz, Jordan Schutz. We also have Mark Dawes. We got Charles Hahn, Scott Rice, Katie Hicks, Brittany Lacusta, Sue Vandersloot, and the manager is Palmer Hagen. And they're playing out of Sherwood Bowl in Edmonton.
We'll go to the Snowmen.
Yes, so for the Snowmen, we have Trevor Cook, Dwayne Gilardi, Alyssa Campbell, Matt Rodich, Colton Uswa, Jennifer Devaney, who is out today and will be replaced by Karen Armstrong, and Sam Gilardi with their manager Amanda Devaney.
Thank you, sir. They are good to go. You can hear them in the background. We'll play around with sound, and we're live and ready, gents. So this is it.
Here we go.
It's going to be interesting with the average pros playing out of Sherwood Park. Obviously, like Henry says, likes it busy, likes it a little bit chaotic. But you've got the average pro. So if anybody is looking off to the left of their screen, that's the Dream Crushers playing on lane 1 at Sherwood. So average pros are playing on lane 3, and Dream Crushers on lane 1.
It'll be interesting to see how that dynamic really plays in, if they can build off any energy from the Dream Crushers.
It shows you the strength of this league, though, whenever you have, like, for example, you got, I believe you said it was Jennifer that was out today?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so, I mean, having Jennifer out, it's unfortunate, but, I mean, having the person coming in to replace them, you know, the likes of Karen Armstrong, that's just goes to show you the strength of this league. It's incredible.
Oh yeah, and Karen's been having a great year as well. Oh, and Matt starts it with a strike.
Yeah, it's an interesting, bringing in Karen as the emergency spare. Alyssa's there and available to play still, right? So you have a girl that's actually playing. So they're using it in a situation where they don't actually need it, but that's a safety net, right? So that's an interesting play there for them to make sure that they have that available to them.
Mm-hmm. We also got Henry on the other side, a good spare to start it off. And Sam Gilardi in the second spot against Brittany here. Great shot.
Sam deciding to rep the Snowmen toque as well, going full out.
Is he playing with the tooth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Nothing like advertising the merchandise at the same
Yeah.
time. And throwing a bomb while doing it.
I really like what the Snowmen did with the Winter Classic and generating some community support around their center and the lanes and what they've done. That seemed to sort of rally the troops a little bit around that area. Hey, Tyson, you're right in the mix there too with those guys and some of the things that they've been doing. So it's just neat, hey?
Yeah, I thought it was personally a really good opportunity because they essentially did that tournament as a part of it almost felt like a Ryder Cup where they had different kinds of events going on. We started with a no tap bracket,
Yeah.
which Trevor knocked me out in the first round of that. But then it ended up being Dwayne Gilardi versus James Jubinville. I don't know if Daryl, if you would know him. I believe he used to bowl out of Sherwood.
Yeah, is that? I think I know his dad would be William Jubinville.
Yes, I believe so.
Oh yeah, yeah. I played with William second day of the Open here in Edmonton. Oh, so James is out there now, is he?
Yeah, him. He bowls on my girlfriend's team, and he's been having pretty lights out. I'd say second half to this season. I think it was
Right.
just 2 weeks ago he shot a 740 double.
Oh wow.
Got a
So
nice
Wow.
3-pin spare there by Trevor there. If you guys didn't see that. It's a good shot.
as they call it, that's the Snowman special.
Nice. I'm just doing a little background setting up cameras for the next match, so I may not be looking at the things all the time.
We got 4 marks starting off for the Snowmen here. Wayne, nice chop off here.
Yeah,
It's kind of, we're looking at our standings, guys, and the teams that are playing in our roster. We can come back to this many times, but, the teams that are playing here today are a little bit, we talked about the Snowmen, and the average pros. They've played 5 games, and Snowmen have only played 4 games. Mighty, or the Bandits are playing here. They've played 6. Next Gen's playing today. They've only, right? So it's a little bit of the teams that haven't played as many games sort of inching their way forward.
Yeah.
Anything stand out to you guys there on matches that's happening today?
I think the 2 biggest ones are going to be, I think, both of the average pros games. I think average pros can really push themselves up if they do well, but at the same time, you've got 2 teams that are kind of sitting middle of the field right now who could really use those extra points.
Yeah, you got average pros with 12 points, the Bridge City Bandits with 14.5, and the Snowmen with 16.5. Right, even there you throw in the next gen at 22. Average pros has 2 big games here. They go into that mid-20s range, pushes them up. So there's significant bragging rights out there for and standings power for all these teams playing.
No, definitely.
Well, and with next gen only sitting at 550 right now, if they take a loss to average pros, that drops them down to 500 mark. Now they're kind of doing an uphill climb for the back half of the season.
Mm-hmm. So we got the Snowmen that started on 5 marks. So fairly good start. And the pros here, average pros, are starting off with 4 out of the 5 as well. So a half decent start for both groups here.
Yeah, both teams already showcasing their 3 spare ability. And I know most of the Snowmen are going to be feeling, I assume, pretty good today. Friday night, we have our league at St. James, and almost all of them shot incredibly well. I think only one person was under 1,000 for 4
Wow.
games.
Good bowling.
Ooh,
Oh,
kind of went off a bit there for Henry. And they just continue to get the marks here on the Snowmen side, while Henry picks up the 15.
oh, that looks
Oh,
like a much better ball from Brittany this time.
that was a great shot. A little bit surprised there wasn't a little more action on that corner pin. Another good one from Sam, too.
He's living thug life today.
Oh, they even have the dollar sign, too, on the screen. Oh, man. I guess like it's money shots. Wow. Oh, nice ball.
More money.
That was a great shot right out there.
Oh, Charles is getting further from the head pin.
Oh, geez, yeah. Alyssa shot a good ball there. She puts the ball out pretty far, like almost the arrows.
That's putting manager Katie in a tough position there early on there, guys. You know, that's nothing more than you want from a manager there. Just come in and throw good shots and hit the middles and throw, like, be aggressive your shot. You don't need to see a couple of misses early. So settle down the troops and or Katie's making pulls early.
Trevor just got roasted on that right corner. Oh, man. I think it was on the ball side, too.
Yeah, if you play a little thinner on ball side at St. James, it's a coin flip as to whether you'll get it.
Is that right? Wow. At least he picked up the spare, so that's huge.
Yeah, picking up corner and chop spares at St. James is huge. Like, if you're not sparing your corners and your chops, your average is probably down 20 pins from what it should be.
What a shot there by Scott.
Jordan's been pretty steady too this year. Jordan and Scott have been their steady parts, and always in 4 and 5. Jordan's the alternate here out of Edmonton for the Open, and played very well. Had a really good club tour. He's gotten to play a lot more events and just throw such a smooth shot here. Obviously, looks up to guys like Dexter, Tim, Adam. These guys, carry. All these guys are in Edmonton here playing, and Jordan's just certainly earning some credibility. And playing well, and Scott too, right? Scott's been around for 30-ish years. Doesn't play in a lot of tournaments, but can shoot. Averages 255, 260 on a Sunday night match play league. Fun to be around. So
yeah, I haven't really.
They need them.
I haven't really got to know Scott much. I don't know if I've ever really seen him in person, but I know Jordan though. Like I've seen him. I've actually spoke to him at the club tour because I think we had a match actually. I think it was in the first round or second.
Yeah, that's
round.
right. Yeah.
And I started to watch the way he was throwing the ball and stuff. You can tell that there's a lot of potential there. The guy throws a really great shot. Nice shot by Henry there.
That's pretty good.
Same for Matt.
Oh, and that makes 11 straight marks for the Snowmen.
Oh.
Pedal to the metal right now. That's for sure.
Hey, George, I'm again. Hey, the last one actually. Hey, throw it still. Don't throw it.
Oh, good count.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you're sparing your corners, I'll never say no to a corner on a corner spare. Oh.
Sam trying for the triple there. Just went a little wide. We just noticed a bomb that was thrown on lane 1 there over at Sherwood Park.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was dead pocket.
You could probably tell sometimes by who's the ball and the pin action.
Yeah.
I can tell you who it is.
Well, and it's funny because it's watching the live stream. There's a small delay between what I'm seeing on our stream versus what's on my TV. So you said there's a bomb. I'm watching Adam stand in his approach, and then about 30 seconds later, he throws a strike.
Right, because you can, yeah, because you're watching it live. Yeah.
So you're telling me I should place bets, whatever, like on that stuff.
Yeah, if you
Winning a lot.
place immediate bets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, Charles gets a mark.
The old debate of the chop off spares is, whether it's
Yeah.
one of the harder spares in the game or not.
The old chopped cherry. It's so funny. On Friday night, we were playing a game, a little fun tournament. We called it the Twimmet, and he was at Sherwood Bowl. And Tyler is a Scotch doubles, no tap. So Tyler and Dexter played the first game, and they threw a perfect game, 450.
Oh, wow.
Right? And bombs. I think there was one no tap. The second game comes along. Well, they start with the first 7, right? 19 strikes in a row, right?
Jesus.
So Dex goes up and he throws, and he gets a chop off, and everybody cheers, right? Well, then of course we start chanting cherry, cherry, cherry. So everybody's chanting cherry, and sure enough, he cherries it, and the whole place just erupts like, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, just going back to the game here real quick, Scott, starts off with a triple there, throwing some pretty good shots there to start the game. Another bomb on lane 1.
And look at Tyson's Snowmen there, 15 marks in a row now. 14. Got ahead of ourselves.
Yeah. The question is that going to be
The commentator's
curse?
Yeah, sorry, Dwayne. Don't do it, please. I hate when that happens.
I mean, the only thing that
I was just assuming that Trevor was the anchor.
Oh no,
yeah.
you're all good.
I'm keeping my mouth shut. He's going to be messaging me later.
Oh, they got a good. Well, I don't know. I can't remember what the name is for that, but usually when they have like a strike on top, strike on the bottom, and all the spares in the middle, it's like a hamburger or something, whatever they call it, like a sandwich or a club sandwich or something like that. They have I think they call it like that over there, over in the Quebec side, Ottawa side. I've heard them say that before. Like, it's like unless maybe it's the other way around. I don't know, but it is a hell of a start though. We're talking 15 marks in a row here to start. Nobody's, not going to say any more than that. Nice shot by Henry again. Doubles it up right there.
And Matt going a little quick on that ball. The three pin spare is going to be a real test to see if they can keep those marks going.
Come on. Oh, nice.
And he does it.
Wow. It's pretty solid because I mean we all know 3-pin spares are not exactly the easiest spare in the world, and they're got one there, and well actually there's 2 of them on that side with one on the other side as well, so I got 3 for 3 here.
Yeah, and at this point, average pros are going to have to start running strikes because even if the Snowmen aren't running strikes, when you're talking 16 straight marks, that's
So
a lot of momentum.
We got Sammy here that's got enough pressure on him here to try and make the spare to make the the mark count going here, right? So we're looking at this is going to be great here. Hold on, take a look at this here. Oh man, I think he was trying to go from the interior to get it bounced off the wall.
I don't know if there's any good way to try a headpin spare at St. James.
At least he got I got double digits out of it, so 10. Not a bad start. 95, and then the other side he got 68 for Brittany.
Yeah, it doesn't really hurt them too much.
No.
And Charles was their our first three spare attempt missed out of what, four?
Yeah, 75% conversion rate right now.
Yeah, that's got to be a pull there. I think you wonder if it's waiting to get to the fifth, but I don't know. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
even on that 3-pin. That's you got Sue and Mark sitting there waiting.
Yeah, I think
Tough though.
personally,
Yeah.
I probably would have done it on the 3-pin,
Yeah.
or at least done it after the 8 count, just to give whoever would be the pull at least one rep of warm up. Because
Yeah.
when you're talking,
On the,
yeah, when you're talking a 3-pin, 2-pin, and 3-pin in 3 of the 4 frames.
What a shot by Scott again. He's got the 4 here to start.
he can get those pushes too, like that, right? Like a good, nice hit on it, and squirbles away.
Yeah, he had a nice push in that corner for sure, and I think it was the right side that I thought might have, the way he was throwing on the left there, he was pretty heavy a little bit, and he got the push. So we got the 4-bagger to start, and Jordan coming up right now, just over to the side.
You know what? The other thing is that you've got that lane number 4 right there that they could be throwing balls. Maybe Mark's throwing balls. Doesn't look like Sue is. She's right there, so she's ready to, whether she's going in or not needing to throw. But
And Trevor, nice push there.
Yeah,
It
it
was
looks
a
like
little
you got a
bit heavy.
little. Yeah, it looked like you got a little kick on that left 2-pin.
Oh, definitely. That was a good shot. Good shot, good enough for the strike. And after a back-to-back head pin play there by Sam and Alyssa, both at 95 as well.
how's the scores going on in the other game, Tyson?
It's looking like it's pretty even. I think as it's sitting right now, it's a ball difference. Looks about 30 pins. We've had a pull already by the looks of it. It looks like Jeff Bourne got pulled
For Scott.
for Scott.
Yeah. I saw that in the group chat here, one of them.
Yeah, it was a rather fast pull considering he went 5-5-5, corner spare, and then a punched a head pin.
Maybe he just he knew himself.
Yeah, I'm assuming that must have been some direction he gave, or maybe he's feeling sore this morning. Because that'd be a pretty fast pull on not necessarily the worst start.
Yeah, second frame. Third frame.
Third frame. Yeah. But putting Scott in, Scott's been playing well recently. He's actually on my team at Dakota. It's him and Matt Rodich.
Oh, okay.
So I double dipped and took one from each Pro League team.
Just to keep everybody friendly, hey?
I also have a bet going on with Trevor right now because I write a blog for our Friday Night League at St. James, and every week me and Trevor essentially do pick'ems with the teams that are playing, picking who we think's going to win each match.
Nice.
And so,
but for Friday nights.
Yeah, for Friday nights.
Yeah.
So then, last year we did the same thing. He lost, so I made him bowl the roll-offs in a Rough Riders jersey. Which apparently fueled people up because I think he said he had I think his opponents averaged something like 275 or 280 at him for like 8 games. But then this year, the deal is if I beat him this year, that he's bowling the roll-offs in a Dynamite jersey.
So
gotta have little things on the go, eh? Here, let's just do this.
Oh yeah, so you got the pinfall on the top, eh?
Yeah.
You want to just move it? Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Here we go, buddy.
So you're looking at 508 to 466 with the same amount of shots thrown.
Sam kind of getting the Snowmen back on track.
And carries the 15 there on the head pin for Brittany at 83 and 5.
Yeah, that's another one that you could potentially look at that pull.
Yeah, and you look at the other side. I mean, Sam has 95 and 4 with the spare and 5. Could give him a possibility of 125 there.
Yeah, so it's already a 42-point game.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Charles now who's punched.
I think they're pulling him now. I don't know. No. Oh, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Mark Doss is coming in for Charles.
Coming in the 5th, eh?
Yeah.
The score will still count towards Charles. Because Charles threw the head pin, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime I've played any type of format with a bench, I always apologize to whoever I come in off the bench for. That I tend to throw absolute garbage for the 2 warm-up balls, and then I'm fine after that. But
Oh, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to come off the bench, right? Like, I mean, actually, well, I guess in this format, like you can throw balls on the side.
yeah, it'd be a little different than say like an open format where you have to be cold.
Yeah, you come in ice cold and you don't have a clue what's going to happen or what you're going to expect, right? But
Ooh, he gets the
my goodness,
Yahtzee.
You're going to say Hambone, eh?
I was going to say Hambone because we missed the Hambone.
That's huge for them. That really keeps them in it for total.
That's huge for Scott for sure. Like 5-bagger. Wow.
It is massive for that team for total. They get a runner. You go big.
Now Jordan's going to try and follow it up as well. Oh.
That's a lot of punches for.
Oh, Dwayne gets the
average
nice
pros.
pusher.
You can tell Dwayne had good rotation on that shot there.
Yeah, you can really tell in Dwayne when the way he comes up with his hand, you'll just see this little finesse, little flick almost in his hand, and that's when you know.
Yeah,
that's the money shot.
He's got the finish on it, right? Yeah. All right, so halfway through here, it looks like we've got the average pros with a 546. Obviously, Scott's working on 5 strikes. Then you got the Snowman 593, and 4 of them with marks heading into the 6. So we'll just take a quick little commercial break. Be back with you in a couple minutes.
Here we go.
All right. Back at her.
Get started. Come on. Check your
I guess
girlfriend.
halfway mark here. We got the Snowmen with 593.
All right, man. Here we
I'll
go.
say it in French as well. Les Snowmen avec 593. And average pros are at 546. So we got the pros moyenne avec un 546.
Be good.
For as
Gross
good of a
up,
start
Henry.
for as good a start as Matt is score-wise, he's actually only hit the middle twice in 6 frames to start. So, it looks like we're actually getting a pull now that I speak of it.
Wow. So Colton's coming in for this?
Yep. So Colton will come in for the 5 spare attempt.
I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit surprising. I mean, 110 after 4, 125 after 5, really not bad. It's just, I guess the match is, still tight too. Obviously, Colton is definitely a great player as well. I mean,
Yeah, and I think it was more the aspect of Matt, missing the middle 3 times in a row. At that point, you almost got to think he's going to start being in his head a little bit. He's still a very young player, so I think just getting Colton in with a fresh mindset probably the easiest thing for the team.
Yeah, I must have seen something there, maybe in just the delivery and the approach, or maybe just the team, after the middle game, they have a little chat together too and sort of see where they're at.
All for the team here. All for the team, eh? All for the team. Come on, kid.
Yeah, and I played against Matt on Friday night, and I play with him every Thursday. And he's a very I'd say hot and cold when it comes to when he's on, but when he tends to get into a funk, it tends to be for 4, 5, 6 frames at a time.
Mm.
Okay.
so we got Scott here looking to continue the streak.
Right. Hopefully not with just the ball.
Do you guys got a good name for? Oh wait, you know what? I won't.
Six-pack.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my God.
You set us up, Tyson. That's what that was. Eh? Yeah.
Oh man. That was a good shot too. I mean, at first I thought it was a little bit thinner, but I mean, you got right in there and that left corner didn't even touch.
Get that corner down. Let's go. Get it out at the box.
Oh.
Well, Scott gives a small window for Trevor to get back into this match.
Ooh, little opening there.
Seems like Alyssa's following Sam a little bit here. With the last time he had the head pin, she hit the head pin as well, and now back to back on both sides again here.
Yeah, they actually have almost identical games if you look at it.
Yeah. Arnaud Belbal par Jordan. I will switch probably between English and French here, just so that if there's anybody in Quebec watching this, that they can. I mean, most people here are bilingual. It's great, but just in case anybody wants to hear it in French too.
Yeah, and then we can add that disclaimer on our shows, right?
Yeah.
So these matches are pretty tight here, guys. Like 6:45 here through 6, 6:56 through 6. So that's, just as, the struggles are there, that 219 is a whole pile of difference. That 100 pins closed in the gap of the other players that started off fairly strong.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure.
snowmen haven't been able to run like doubles and double corners and stuff. So it's tightening up here. Matches out there.
Yeah, and especially with 4 opens already in this frame. Like, they're really starting to open up that door.
Avec 3 kingpins en ligne pour l'équipe de Snowmen dans le 6e carreau. We got Dwayne Gilardi here looking to try and pop off another strike here, get a double. I think during the 6 frame circumstance here. Dwayne to step in.
Yeah, and for all the marks that the Snowmen have had, I think we've only seen 1 double from them so far.
Oh. It's like I think he knows it too. He knew it when he threw the ball.
Yeah, that's 4 straight headpins from the Snowmen.
I mean, they're on it there. They're on the money, but unfortunately, not a lot of breakage right now in that in the headpin right now.
No, so that lets Jordan back into that match. Because if Dwayne had thrown the strike there, Jordan's working uphill. Now, Dwayne cleans this up. Theoretically, they both go off the sheet, and it's a tie.
Mm-hmm. So it's not like there's any runaway match here. I mean, it's 684 to 645. You got, the average pros with 3 strikes counting here, and then obviously on the other side for the Snowmen, unfortunately, in a complete open frame here in 6 with the 4 headpins out of the 5. Nice shot by Henry to get the double.
Yeah, I think the only match right now that's really running away is the match at the 4-hole with Scott versus Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
I think a 79 pin lead with 4 frames. It's doable, but it's definitely heavily in Scott's favor.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's unexpected.
That's a very uncharacteristic miss for Colton.
Yeah, Colton's come a long way in the last couple of years. Obviously, I met him about, I think, 2 years ago or something like that, just after, well, I think it was during COVID or whatever. But no, he's definitely a very, very solid player. Throws a very consistent ball. Definitely not very characteristic of him at all, for sure. Throwing the 5 in the hole, but he takes the 15 count, which is still okay.
Yeah, and Colton's one of those guys who he holds himself to a very high standard. So in the background right now, he's definitely going through in his head what he needs to do on that next frame to get back into it.
You got Sam here with another headpin, unfortunately.
Man, after that, do you almost think about using Karen in one of these 2-3 spots?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I would say the thought starts creeping in now, like, who are you going to go with here? Obviously, Sam is still in the match here at, 124 on the other side for Brittany. And now Sam taking out the 15 here, which gives him nearly a 20-point lead. So, 19. Yeah, no, definitely.
I mean, you did bring her. You did bring her, right?
Exactly.
And at what better time? I mean, obviously in the match there in that 3-hole, I guess you don't want to lose that. Yeah, that's a tough one.
It's always tough when it's, three headpins in 4 frames. You're obviously there. You're on the middle.
Oh. So she's got HR going on here.
Oh, and Jordan. That gives average
Jordan.
pros 4 strikes in the 7th frame.
Jordan avec le double à la fin, dans 6e et 7e carreau.
I don't know if we'll hear it today, but I know a couple of the guys on the Snowmen have come to picking up a little bit of French when they play. They've come to like the c'est bon.
Well, that's how I started too. Like you start learning little phrases. Most of the stuff I used to learn whenever I was learning my French at the beginning was more just all the swear words. So I mean, I could say them all right now, but I probably shouldn't. So, but yeah, just a lot of things I was learning at first. Those are the ones that I started off with, and then I started to realize, like, people were telling me, "Oh, you probably shouldn't say that." So, so I started to realize, okay, maybe I better pick up some other phrases and stuff while I'm bowling. But yeah.
So Matt, you're completely fluent in French now?
I'm not totally fluent. I would say, like, scale from 1 to 10. Well, I mean, hate rating myself on this because I mean, I'd usually use my wife or some of the bowlers out here to rate me on that. But I'd like to think I'm probably somewhere in like the 6 range. 6, maybe 7.
Okay.
Which it's not like fluent bilingual, but it's certainly not bad. Like, I can definitely hold a conversation in French for sure. And I can understand mostly what I'm reading, and I can also write it in French too, which is a lot better than it used to be. So you can
A little bit
definitely
of
hear them in the
something brewing
back.
here. I mean, Dwayne's just that strike, just pushing his team, willing that gets got going, eh? And it obviously set it up for Colton to go in there to shoot now in 8th.
It's a big shot by Colton there.
Big energy.
Try and stay in the match here. I mean, Henry obviously in a double here.
A couple times Henry's done that, on doubles, sort of miss.
I think what it is I mean, and honestly, I hate the phrase that comes out of people sometimes when they're like, "Oh, he's trying too hard." But honestly, I do think that maybe he's pushing it for that third one because he knows the third one is it's huge.
Yeah, it'd be big. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you can pick up this spare, at least keeps this match pretty even.
That's a big half though. To, keep him going there. Obviously, with the string of marks there, 3 of them in a row.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at him versus Colton going to 9-10, he still does hold that 5-pin advantage. So he really just has to match what Colton does.
That was a solid pick on that corner there, the left corner for Sammy. No, that is so big though. Like, whenever you're picking your corner pin spares or your chop spares or stuff like that, I mean, there's definitely nothing wrong with that. Like, it keeps you in matches for sure.
Yeah, and especially when a lot of your other hits are head pins. If you start letting your lefts and your chops turn into opens, that's a slippery slope to a pretty low game.
Oh, you might as well just punch the head pin.
Yeah. At least then you get the credit for it.
Yeah.
How's the Dakota match looking there?
It's looking pretty heavy in favor of the Dream Crushers. It's about 105 pins apart. I can see Dream Crusher's got 2 already. Dynamite's gonna have 1. Actually, it looks like Dynamite will have 2. It looks like it's gonna finish 6-2 for the Dream Crushers.
What frame are they in now?
In 10.
They're in 10, eh?
Yeah.
More strikes over there.
Yeah, it looks like the Dream Crushers they were at about 1,300 with 2 players to go.
Oh, so they got they got Karen coming in for Trevor here to throw a
They
ball.
do in 8, okay.
Yeah, three straight head pins. I think it's not a bad spot, and it's in a match where the match itself is gone at this point.
Oh man, another shot by Scott there. Just throwing bombs out there. 7 for 8.
Big.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get some statistics in there for Karen Armstrong.
Just a funny comment here in French, I guess, for toutes mes amis en français. We got Scott Riz, and the reason why I'm saying Riz, R-I-Z, is because actually rice in French is riz. So I got Scott Rice here avec 7 à bas sur 8 carreaux. 2,64. Throwing a huge game here. There's always one, eh? There's always one guy or girl that always has that massive game.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch, though. Ooh. I don't know about you guys, but that is so hard to do sometimes, is to hold that ball back right at the line.
Yeah, I don't think I can do it. No, not with my form. I've tried, and if anything, I just have to drop the ball, throw it backwards. Anything else?
Yeah, just pull like a wee bowling thing, right?
Yeah.
And then everybody in the background just spins in a circle or something.
Yeah, that's usually a dodge as I've launched it backwards. Oh, this half is huge for Colton.
Oh. Well, Henry has the advantage now. Gets the 15 as well for 2-10 and 9. So descendista NVM carreau pour Henry.
Yeah. Even Colton picking up that last head pin there. At least it keeps it a 15-point game. Keeps at least a back chance of going for a tie in the case of, say, a 45-30 10th frame.
Oh, Quang Gauche encore. Pulled Brittany there.
Oh, and that's a big shot from Sam.
Yeah, I gotta say, I mean, Sam Gilardi, that's one guy I love watching him play. Like just his style and the way he throws the ball and stuff. He's got a great ball. I mean, there's a lot of guys, girls out there that have great shots and everything. There's a lot of elite players and stuff, right? But certain guys that I just find just the smoothness in the shot. Like you can barely hear him throw the ball. Sometimes if I didn't look, I wouldn't even know he threw the ball. And
Fun to watch.
Yeah, just throws a bomb out there.
Oh.
She's been
pretty consistent with that right corner every second frame.
I didn't want to say because I don't want to jinx nothing, but I mean, yeah, she has been money.
We can jinx it now because there's no 11th frame.
So we got Mr. Dawes out there throwing that spare, and there it is again. I think she's 3 for 3 this game.
Yeah, at least for sure. Alyssa's another one who, she had a great start with Manitoba last year, obviously being double singles between the Open and Masters.
Yeah, that was incredible. That's a very hard feat to attain. What she was able to do there this past year, and she was second? I think it was silver medal in both of them, I guess.
Yeah, and she was technically the top qualifier in both as well.
Yeah, she was absolutely phenomenal this past year, and kudos goes to her. It's very hard to do what she did, especially let alone both of them in the same year.
Well, and we always joked with her because it was such a big switch because I think last year in league she was averaging 230, and then she would go to tournaments and she'd be averaging 260, 270. And it was like a switch just went off the moment you put her in that competitive situation.
Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes I guess you need that. You just need that, I guess if you want to call it a push. Being in the league compared to being in tournaments and stuff, obviously it's two different ball games, right? And Jordan with a head pin in the hole situation here with a triple up before that. So kind of opens the door for Dwayne here a bit.
Oh. Okay, this game is it's a one-ball game. So Jordan rounding out with 211 going into 10.
So
And Dwayne with a possible 224 if he picks up this 2-pin.
Yeah. So 995 to 1039. So 995 pour les Snowmen. And for the average pros, c'est 1039. So la match, c'est proche.
Yeah, and both, they're all even. It's the 2, 3, 4 who all have the marks on both sides. Couple of strikes for Sam and Karen give them a slight edge, but overall it's pretty much anyone's game going into 10.
First shot by Henry, puts it on the side of the wide there, and Colton with a great shot. Wow. And you can definitely hear the intensity in the back of the team.
One more time now, eh? Come on,
Yeah, that is a high energy team. When they get on a roll, you will hear them.
Yeah, they need that.
And Colton, you can tell when Colton likes his shot because the moment he starts doing his little run backwards.
Yeah. Yep.
That or the finger point.
We got a potential tie situation here.
I was gonna say, yeah, I just noticed it when I added it up there, 45 and then obviously the 30, and then you're looking at 240 each here. So peut-être les deux premières pour avoir 240 chaque. Oh boy.
Oh.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Same time, gents.
Here we go.
Henry at the 240.
So 240 pour Henry shoots. And avec Colton Usois. Let's see, we got un double dans le 10e carreau. So c'est 195 avec 30. So 225. Si Colton a fait là-bas encore pour le triple dans le 10e, c'est 240, c'est égal pour les deux premiers joueurs. C'est tranquille. Oh man.
Splitsville.
Oh man. Well, he gave it a good run though. I mean, that's a good comeback to try and at least tie it up. But 233. That's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, obviously not the break you wanted, but it is what it is.
No, but at least he gave himself the chance.
Yeah, I mean, the first 2 out of 10 are not easy to throw, right? Like, you got to get up there and at least give yourself a shot. But he did that, and he shouldn't be upset with himself for that.
No, and you got to give credit to Henry for throwing that last strike.
Oh, it's huge. I mean, and then Brittany finishes off with 187. Headpin and 10, unfortunately, on that corner spare. Oh, thin chopper.
Okay, so that third one's going to go to Snowmen.
Yeah, so we're sitting at 2-1 for the Snowmen without, I guess we don't have to wait for Alyssa to throw. That game's locked.
Mm-hmm. We know that the fourth match is going to be average pros.
So Sammy finishes with a 213.
Sammy with a 213, got her. As I update the...
Charles finishes 174.
But he subbed out, so that was Mark who came in, right?
Right.
Minus Charles is there. Charles played 6 frames. 6 or 5?
For you're saying for Charles, for Mark and Charles,
Charles was 5 frames. Yeah, Charles was 5 frames.
Yeah, because I think he came in the 5th frame and then he.
Ooh, Scott punch. What does that do for total here now, guys?
Well, it gives a fighting chance, I think. Oh yeah, it's definitely there for sure now for the Snowmen to come back and make a.
Oh, and they got Marks
here.
building there. That's Marks. Ooh, that's a little.
Oh.
Ooh, through the hole.
Oh jeez. Oh yeah. Oh
You
jeez.
wonder if you want to slow a guy down there. Just they're going ball for ball. I mean, obviously you're on a mark. You want to get ahead as far as you can, but
And yeah, it takes the 7 count and 10 for. I mean, still a good game. Like 311, 311 is obviously nothing to be upset
oh,
about.
punch for Alyssa
Oh,
there.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so that's not going to be any big gainer. So Scott
I
Rice
mean-
will have a 311.
The big
Yeah.
thing here though is that Karen's got that strike in 9.
Karen effing Armstrong. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, realistically, Karen only needs to count 30 in this frame, and it puts the Snowmen up for total.
I mean, it's not like we have any old player here coming up in the lanes right now. I mean, Karen can definitely very capable of throwing that shot. I mean,
miss.
This has not been a good 10th frame for the average pros.
no, 11:33. I don't know if that's already counted in the last frame or not, but there's a
Karen.
shot for Karen.
Oh, push corner. That's
Corner.
huge, Marks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That push is closer now. Now you're at 220, 11:38.
I mean,
You're,
at this
you're
point,
within, Dwayne's within a 15 spot for total. Wow.
average pros basically have to be hoping that Karen
Something
whiffs
wild
on both
happens.
of these shots
Oh yeah.
to at
big
least
time.
leave it like a 16-point game.
Did Sue go in for Brittany at all? You recall? Or Brittany played the whole game? In
I
that two
believe
hole.
Brittany played the whole game.
Yeah, Brittany was in the whole time.
I think that spare pretty much cements the Snowman getting this
It
total.
definitely sets Dwayne up for a pretty easy frame, I would think. I mean, anything
Well, it's
can happen,
definitely going to
but
be the point. The point is going to be gone.
Yeah,
Too
and
bad
I mean,
for average
Karen
pros. You
throws.
regroup here quick.
Yeah,
Karen can
Karen
pass
throws a
them
good
right
one
here.
here.
Oh, okay, 5, so 31.
31. So you're looking for 7 pins for
7 for the tie, so he needs 8. So he needs to, just get it on the lane there, do what you got to do, and it should be. I mean, Dwayne should come out with this here, but crazier things have happened in the past. You never know. So we'll see.
he's going to get the point for the total. Sam Gilardi got the point for the total.
There it is,
That's
money.
a game.
There's the 6-2, guys.
No doubt on that one.
They hung in there, didn't they? Like it started off with this 15 marks in a row,
Mhm.
and then they sort of hung in there. Average Pro started making a couple of runs, sort of banked on Scott. Fortunately, couldn't quite finish it off. It's gonna be a tough one for them to take for sure.
No, especially with those 4 open frames to finish. Like now you're gonna look at you're probably only lose this game by about 30 pins.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a tough finish to swallow.
Yeah, because you always look for at least a mark in 10 or something like that. Even if you're just getting 1, and then maybe let's say if you were to punch in the second ball or whatever, at least you got the 15 early, and you can just add to that. But not getting any marks at all obviously hurts a bit. But there's the punch now at the second ball for Dwayne. But obviously has the main ball, and that strike there to start takes that pinfall for sure. And
Ran him out of frames a bit.
yeah. Oh, there you go.
249 for Dwayne. The win there, 6-2 match.
So les Snowmen a gagné 6-2 contre les Pros. C'est 11-56 contre 11-38. C'est une différence de 18 qui.
This is Colton, so that's why. Here we go. Equals 230. Colton came in for Matt in the fourth. So
Well, even
in
looking
the
back,
sixth.
even looking back at it, how many sticks did average pros leave in that last frame? Because they only lost by 18.
I mean, yeah, like there's. Well, I didn't check.
2-7, I think it was 2-7, or there was a 1-7 count.
Yeah, a couple that were below 10 counts, right? Like,
I think the chop was a 12.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll bring in Amanda, and Katie will go get into their Amanda, we got you with us. There's a bit of a squeaker. We're able to hold on. Certainly started the game off with 15 marks in a row we were commenting on, and then in the middle certainly tightened up, and it was anybody's game, but it managed to squeak it out. So team's got to be okay with that coming home.
Yeah, it was definitely a team game. We, like you mentioned, 15 marks in a row to start, and then we, I think, went like 9 head pins in a row in the middle as a team. So we marked together and also punched together. So it made for an interesting finish, but we were happy to get some big shots in there and squeeze it out.
Yeah, and thanks, Henry, Katie, for joining us. A little tough one. Obviously, we're sympathizing a little bit with you there at the finish. Had some chances. You had Scott rolling. Some big mark. And team was hanging in there and could have gone either way, but it doesn't. So what's your thoughts on that match?
After the break, we all came out pretty good. We were throwing some marks, and we were, feeling pretty good. And then just like you say, you hit that 9-10, and then it's like a it's like a snowball. You can't stop it once you start throwing. We tried to, but it is what it is. Even my first, my last 2 frames, was a little bit tentative, and I was trying to just hit the middle, which is forcing me to, I was missing it. And I knew it was really close in that game. I didn't know what it needed. I didn't know how it was, and of course,
great work, you guys. Hey, we rallied together.
So, but hey, that's how it goes, right? It's bowling.
Yeah, and question for you, Katie. Obviously, tough decision making on some polls. You had a couple of them there, and 2, 3, and kind of thing. And what to do. And it's a tough spot for you, but yeah.
Yeah, Charles didn't really seem to have it when, trying to give him a chance to find something, and he had one good frame there, and then, I had to make the pull when I did for that match, and then Brittany just trying to get her confidence in there, right, get her rolling. She was close in her match for a little while there, so, make some changes next game and see what happens.
Go on. We got another 3 minutes. We're rolling again. Let's go.
There you go. We'll wrap this one up. We'll run the commercial, and we'll come back with you because yes, Average Project playing again. Snowmen, good on you. Go and enjoy your breakfast.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Good luck in your next match, Average Pros.
Thank you.
Right on. We'll run the commercial and be right back with y'all.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
When you come to the Canadian Brewhouse, you'll feel right at home. We work hard to make our house your house. With an affordable menu of appetizers, entrees, desserts, beverages, and killer deals on daily specials. At our house, you never miss a play. As sports lovers, we've ensured each location includes over 50 TVs and our signature Jumbotron. The Canadian Brewhouse is the place people want to be.
There we are, gang. Sorry about that. Let's get their next match sorted out, playing around with little cameras and stuff in the background. So let's just, before further ado, we'll do a little match number 2. All right, gang, we're back at her. Here we go. Match number 2. We've got the Bridge City Bandits playing the Average Pros. We'll bring in our managers, have a quick chat, and then get them. Oh, Bridge City. There is Tracy, and there is Katie back in the mix.
I'm too
Thanks
short.
for joining us. We'll ask you first, Tracy. Back Bridge City Bandits match here to get things going. How's the team feeling? I know a couple of your members. They got to travel a little bit. They had a party last night. Everybody's got their coffee and ready to go, or what?
Daryl, you'll be glad to know that everyone behaved themselves. Yes, I'm surprised too. Absolutely. Everybody's geared up, ready for the match. Unfortunately, I missed a great game. I was in Costa Rica when they had their 14. So I'm expecting for them to show me that today.
There you go. You need to see it yourself, do you? And Average Pros guys are back at it. Second game. Obviously, you want a little redemption on that. Looking at this one, a little change up with the lineup or adjustment. What are we thinking there, gang?
Yeah, we're gonna start Sue and we're gonna mark this game. Hopefully get them going and go from there.
Nice. So yeah, give us your lineup there for you, Katie.
Oh, sorry. So it'll be Stevie and then Sue, Mark, and then we'll still have Scott and Jordan to anchor the team.
Perfect, thank you. And Tracy, how about for the Bandits?
Yeah, we got Mike Hershey first, Kara Deering second, Michelle Manton third, Bobby Verpy fourth, Curtis Deering fifth, and we have Janelle on the bench today.
Perfect. We are good to go then, gang. We'll just run our rosters. Good luck to you, and we'll get things rolling.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
All right, we'll do a little remove. Guys, you want to do a roster here for me?
Okay, I guess I'll get the Average Pros here. So we got Average Pros playing today. Henry Schutz, Jordan Schutz. You got Mark Dawes. You got Charles Hahn, Scott Rice, Katie Hicks, Brittany Lacusta, and Sue Vandersloot. And we also have the manager, Palmer Hagen. They're all playing at Sherwood Bowl in Edmonton.
Perfect. And for the Bandits?
So on the other side with the Bridge City Bandits, we have Michelle Manton, Kara Deering, Janelle Moyer, Bobby Verpy, Derek Lewicki, Mike Hershey, Dan Radai, and Curtis Deering with their manager, Tracy Riley.
Perfect. I just need to go and do something because that doesn't look like it's the right stream here.
Yeah, the Bridge City Bandits were looking a little bit like the St. James.
Yeah,
Snowmen.
they are. I just need to do something here on the back end of why this isn't working here. Hang tight with me, gang. We'll get through there.
Hey, Tyson, that's when you don't want to mess up any names.
Oh, I know, and of course, I personally don't actually know anyone on that team, so
no?
I've never had to pronounce or say their names before.
Yeah, no, it's doing good. The Ratai one, though, yeah, I would have probably like Rata or Ratai. Ratai.
Reta-E?
Yeah.
You know what, there's some of those names that, you know, it looks like they're pretty obvious to say, and then when you actually hear them pronounce them, it's like, oh, you really put, you know, the emphasis on this letter? Okay. But it's kind of interesting looking at the other division right now. Fraser Valley has 3 games back to back to back.
Oh,
I
you're
don't
saying
know.
the Venom?
Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah.
I've seen a team do that yet this season.
Actually, yeah, you're probably right, because I don't think that we've ever had any person more than, or any team, I mean, more than 2 times in a row.
Yeah, and I can't even think of many times when we've had a team play 3 times in a day, let alone back to
I think
back
it's
to back.
happened once before, only once, when we had division have 4 matchups. I think it has happened once where, I don't know, maybe it was the Bombers. I think actually Daryl was part of it. Not 100% sure, but I know you don't have usually, especially 3 games in a row. That's actually beneficial, believe it or not, for Venom, I think.
Oh yeah, because you gotta think at that point, 3 straight games, you're basically in tournament feel at that point.
Oh yeah, so many nice logos though. Eh?
Oh yeah, do you have a favorite logo out of it? Any of them?
Well, if I wasn't able to say the Lumberjacks,
Yeah, aside from
um,
your own, obviously.
uh, right, so I'd have to have them all in front of me right now because we only have the ones like I guess on the thing that we have right now. Um, oh man, yeah, like the average pros is nice, man. I find average pros, even well, I mean they're all nice, obviously, right? But pros or snowmen, even dream crushers, their snake is nice too. The venom, they're all
Yeah,
quite nice.
I think I'm personally a big fan of the Venom.
Yeah, that's it's a nice snake there.
But I think the average pros gives me it gives me a like almost a combination of nostalgia with like some of the old school logos,
Yeah.
but at the same time almost having some of the um trying to think what the right word would be, some of the PBA style logos as well.
hmm No, for sure. I think. Well, I'm getting messages here from Henry and stuff saying if we're frozen. I'm not really sure, but um, apparently Michelle and they're sitting on the lineup page.
Oh, wonder if that must be Daryl doing some work in the background.
Well, I think I heard him calling somebody.
I That'll probably be one of the biggest things I think for next year is uh, really having them branch out and get a couple more tech people in other parts of the country.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea. I mean, obviously, I mean things run pretty smoothly considering, but I think having those specific individuals that are maybe a lot more into the tech fields or whatever, just make sure everything's running smooth at all times, even if things like this happen. I really don't know if it's actually frozen or not, but
Yeah, but I'd say, and the other nice thing too would be just because obviously with all the tech people right now currently in Alberta, it basically means the Pro League shuts down anytime there's the Masters, the Open. Uh,
mhm.
so it'd be kind of nice then, at least that way, we get a couple, like maybe, another technical person in Winnipeg, maybe one from, Quebec or Southern Ontario.
Mhm.
Then that way
Yeah, yeah.
you can still run the Pro League on those Open and Masters weekends.
No, for sure.
Sorry, gang, we're almost getting there. We had to crash the program and restart it again. We're feeling like we might be getting somewhere, but not quite sure. So bear with us. We'll do what we can. Keep chatting. Appreciate it. Give me a couple
All
minutes.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, but like we were saying though, I mean, well, I mean, there's this is such a strong league. So many great players out there across Canada. It really showcases so many different people that, there might be some people that not everybody knows because whether they don't go out to the tournaments enough or whatever the case might be. Like, it's a good way to get known and you know be able to see how much competition is truly out in the country and yeah.
I mean, when you got to think about it, you're filling, 24 teams, 8 people a team. Like you're talking, 192 individuals there, and there's probably another 100 players who aren't playing in this league that you could rattle off names just like that.
Oh, easily. I mean, if not more. Like it's pretty incredible how far the game has come. Obviously, and in the last number of years and stuff. Like especially going through a COVID era too, right? Like where we had to all stop playing and stuff. I know some places didn't have to stop. I don't think. Not 100% sure, but I know for us we did. And but honestly, though, it seems like it. I know some players, they had stopped playing after the COVID situation. I guess they just, didn't have the same interest because when you're off for so long, it can do that to you. And then you have, other players that came back to play after the COVID was done, because they missed it a lot or whatever, and it brought out a lot of new faces and a lot of old faces too. So
Well, I think that was the case in, again, going back to our Friday league for St. James. That's a 16-team league where the 16 captains, I think we had 73 players to choose from, and we can only take 48.
Hmm.
So, and they said like that's the biggest draft, the biggest draft we've ever had, having to 25 people not to make it into the league,
yeah,
and a
no,
lot of
definitely.
that was players returning. Like we had guys like Matt Taransky returning, Mark Steves returning, so a lot of guys who were big averages who
Mhm.
they took the break. They were on a break already prior to COVID, and then I think they went through COVID, and that just kind of gave them a little bit of a push to come back.
No, for sure. I think a lot of people, they thought, with the whole breakage and the stoppages and all that stuff, that the sport would suffer and whatnot. I don't think it really did. I feel like it's more or less did the same or even got better. Like it's I know everything happens for a reason, but it's I feel like it went up, at least in our area.
Yeah, I would say I think it had positive effects on the adult leagues. I think the
Yeah.
youth is probably where it got hit the hardest.
Well, not really surprising. I mean, I know the youth has been kind of taking a step down for the last number of years. I'm not really involved with the youth program as much. I mean, my schedule and stuff with work and all that stuff. I work for the government. I actually have a pretty busy schedule. I've been changing positions a lot lately, but I don't have as much time as I'd like to have for the youth programs and stuff. But I have heard a lot of things that from people that are involved in it, and they've said that it's been going down every year and 4 steps and stuff like that. Like, I mean, teams are down to like double teams and stuff like that now. Doubles, not even
Yeah,
three,
yeah,
four
like
people anymore.
teams aren't even true teams anymore.
No, it's not the same as it used to be back in the day. Like, I mean,
I'm sure
back in
you
our days.
I'm sure you used to play on even 5-man teams.
Yeah, because I'm 31. Like whenever I was in YBC, obviously I started when I was 6 and went all the way till well, obviously 19. Because I think it was my last year they had said that they were going to bump it from 18 to 19.
Oh, so you got the extra bonus here?
Yeah, I was lucky.
I
But
think
yeah,
Yeah, I think I was in a similar boat. I think I was, because I'm 27, so I was always pretty much a division down from you. And I
yeah.
think the year they bumped it was the year that I was supposed to go from junior to senior. So I
Oh
kind of
yeah.
got that extra bonus year of junior.
Oh wow. So you got the best of both worlds there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I know it's went down a lot. It's unfortunate. I mean, that is in fact, where the players grow obviously and they come out of, usually it's like our draft pool right into the adult world. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see how, I know there's lots of places trying different things to try to entice more youth bowling, just because you definitely lose a couple of really good development years
Mhm.
having them not be able to play through COVID.
Yeah, I mean that hurts obviously, and you can't get them back either, right? Because when you get older, and that's it. And when you're at a certain age, you can't play in that anymore, right? So obviously screwed a few people, but that's life. That's unfortunately what happened, and most unlikely things happen sometimes.
Oh yeah, and I mean, there's so many things that you lose them to, like, there's always the people who are multi-sport athletes and some can balance it, but then there's always ones who are, say, hockey players who, they're away every second weekend for tournaments. So if your YBC is on a Saturday, which a lot of places are,
Yeah.
you're not going to commit to something where you're going to miss every second week.
No, exactly. Makes sense. So we're still waiting here, obviously, for the second match of the day, at least on our side here for the home hardware division, which will be the Bridge City Bandits against the Average Pros. It took me everything not to say Average Joe's.
So having some difficulties here. Not sure, guys, why the. Here, let me just go into brands. Thanks for your patience. Here, let's just go into having some troubles with the match number 2 pushing over to the software program that's then pushing it into the StreamYard. So I can see it all in my software. I just can't push it all into the one software. So I'm not sure why. We'll push the little comment here. Kerry's on the other end. He's setting up right now. I'm going to try to maybe flip up and reset up over at Sherwood Bowl. I'm going to keep trying a few things here. So got to hang with us. Apologize. Hear me there.
Somebody else.
You guys can hear me, Henry and Tracy? Yeah, so something's happening with my software, not pushing it into the OBS. I could only see the match 1, and then it's just not pushing 2. So Terry might be messaging in the group, and you might have to set up cameras, or he might be able to do some finagling on that side, but we'll keep trying here and be back with you in a bit.
All right.
Yeah, keep throwing warm up if you want. When we call you back in, we'll let you know. I'll message the Facebook group. So,
All right.
Thank you.
Patience.
Well, it happens. I mean, technology is only good when it works, right?
I just don't know why it's not pushing it into the one. Bear with us. Might have to start a new stream and do what we gotta do, but.
I was gonna say, have you tried turning it off and back on again?
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing, is turning off the other computer and turning it back on. But for some reason, we'll try a couple of things here. Hang on, bear with me. Keep chatting, telling stories, talking opens, talking masters. Do your thing, guys.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
are you playing Masters this year?
Yeah, I'm playing the. Are you?
Yeah. Well, we'll see if I'm in Masters.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm playing this year. I'm currently sitting 3rd or 4th, I think. Something
Okay.
like that. So I do have a shot at singles still. Like our next tournament there, I think it's 2nd week of March, I think. So it's going to be a huge tournament for about 6, 7, maybe even 8 guys.
Well, and how many tournaments do you guys do?
We do 6 and we count the best 4. We usually would count the best 5. But this year they decided as a committee and stuff and we did a vote as well, or at least a vote for the people that were in the room, I guess, that we would take the top 4. So, it gives an opportunity, on different angles for different people. Let's say if they have 2 bad tournaments now, they can afford it, or whatever, instead of having like just that one tournament that's not so good or not as good as the rest. So, yeah.
Well, do you guys do you guys do it like Alberta and Saskatchewan, where you do 2 tournaments on a weekend, or do you guys do it more like us, where you only do 1 tournament every weekend?
So yeah, it's basically 1 tournament every weekend. Well, I mean, I'm trying to think of the schedule again. It's like 1 in October, 1 in November. Sorry, as you can see my dog's in the back. That's Daisy. But anyways, but yeah, sorry. I guess everybody's gonna meet Daisy across the country now. So see her in most of my profile pictures and stuff.
She's making me dizzy.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So we have a tournament in. She's trying to find the best spot, I guess. But anyways, yeah. So tournament in October, tournament November. We have a tournament in December. I believe it's December, and then we have a tournament in like January, and then the last 2 are usually.
Okay.
So, but I think she finally found a good spot. There we go. She's probably getting restless because she's like, I want to watch the game too,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I know that we've had discussions. I'm not on the committee or nothing like that, but I've heard things like, they have had discussions about maybe trying to get, like a Saturday, Sunday type of thing where you have 3 weekends, for example, for 6 tournaments instead of having like 6 different weekends. But
oh boy, gang!
Save everybody.
Well, that looks like a stream.
There you go.
We are good to go. Sorry, team.
Oh, just for an update on the other stream, we currently have the Dakota Dynamite up 300 pins going in after the fifth frame break.
Oh wow, they're just beat down.
Well, you got Jana on the front seven, and Randy Morissette on a turkey as well.
Front seven.
Yeah,
Nice.
I do like what Fraser Valley has going on their stream though. I like seeing the total next to the name because obviously you can't see it on their screen.
Well, at least we got something going now.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what the issue was, to be honest with you, but I feel like we we figured it out. A couple of changes and whatnots, but I don't know if I just pressed the same button a couple times or what was happening there. But
It seems pretty.
oh,
good now.
panic mode, and the tech difficulties, and I'm not the experienced tech guy, so I had to call Carrie, and I'm talking to Carrie on the sideline. Thank goodness the Dream Crushers weren't playing in the middle of their match and calling him.
Like halfway through his approach, the phone starts ringing.
Well, I don't know if do you guys play with like smartwatches or anything on?
No, I don't.
Like I always have my Fitbit on when I'm playing, but
I used to wear a watch. I got like a G-Shock watch or whatever, and at first I thought it was not bad. Like it almost brought me luck, and then all of a sudden I had a really bad week and never wore it again. So,
because I was just thinking, because I know sometimes there's times when I'll be getting a text like mid approach and I forget to shut the notifications off on my watch,
yeah.
so all of a sudden my wrist is buzzing. And then I look at and then I finish the frame, look at my watch, and it's like good luck or something. It's like, oh, that was completely the opposite of good luck.
Do you wear the watch on the right or left hand?
Left hand. I keep it on my
You're
non.
right-handed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say like if it starts buzzing while he's right beside the ball.
Yeah, I can't even because I've got my engineering ring on my right hand, and I can't even bowl with that on, and that's only on my pinky.
Mhm.
It's just one of those things where having anything on that hand or wrist, it feels unnatural when I'm throwing.
Oh, for sure. So we're underway here. Got Henry with the headpin to start. Took a 12 count out of it, and then the Bandits starting off with 2 strikes from. I can hardly see what the names are. I think the first one's Mike, and the second one looks like.
Kara? Kara
Kara?
Deering?
Yeah, I think it's Kara. Yeah. And we got Michelle and. Yeah.
Oh, and Sue making her debut today.
Mm-hmm. Got the combination of Scott and Jordan again at the bottom there for the average pros.
Scott probably hoping to get a little more support from the other 4 this game.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, that's a bit of an average shot there, but I mean,
that's right on par for what we saw last game from that position.
yeah.
You know what? Spare it up here, and
Oh, there it is.
yeah, it's no different than the corner spare.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
from
Well,
Sue.
it basically is a corner spare, right? Like you're hitting the corner of the first ball.
Yeah. You know what?
But,
And sometimes getting that, if you can throw that deuce and then spare it, honestly, I find it lets so much of the tension that you have out because you're
yeah.
like, well, at that point, I can't throw a worse ball.
Yeah. No, that's definitely spare's a spare at the end of the day. There's another one again there. Another strike from Scott here. He's been bowling pretty good today.
Yeah, I think, did he even miss the middle in that first game?
Well, I know he was on the middle for the first 8 or 9 frames guaranteed. So
Yeah,
I can't remember what happened in the last 2. But
punched. He had the 7 count in 10.
Okay,
on
now
that head
he's
pin. So it was just whatever he did in 9. So
yeah.
he's at least 90% on the middle today.
Another good shot by Jordan here.
Yeah, overall that's a pretty good start on the right with average pros having 2 spares and 2 strikes.
hmm
And Bridge City, if they can pick up this spare, they'll be sitting in the exact same boat.
Yeah, right there.
Nice to see a little lineup change. You got Sue and Mark in there now.
hmm
A couple of marks to start. Looks like Mark had to start with a 2-pin, did he?
Yeah. Well, we call it the corner spare, so.
Oh yeah, perfect.
You got Mike Hershey up there, second frame, looking for another one. Oh, nice shot.
I think that they must have their microphones all off.
Another good shot there by Henry as well, coming back from that headpin frame. In this match, we got Sue versus Kara. Kara with the left corner pin, and Sue here. Oh, nice on the
really
right
nice
side.
ball.
Right pocket. Carries the corners. Looks good. Yep.
Yeah, everyone looks like they're firing on. We haven't really seen anyone with too bad of a frame yet.
You got Mark there trying to go in with a backup. Just a little bit wide.
This will be a nice chance for Michelle to try to push up early.
Oh.
That's a 3-pin for the Bridge City Bandits.
Mark Doss's second ball there seems like it's money right now for the last 2 frames. I'd sooner almost pick up the first ball, drop it, and the second one.
Yeah, start over again, bud.
Do a bowling pump fake.
Oh, there it is.
And,
oh, man.
Again, Scott just looks dialed in today.
Oh yeah, he's been absolute money on the middle. Like I said, I think he did go 10 for 10 actually. So, I mean, this guy's now actually, 12 for 12 now. It's a nice feeling though when you get locked in like that, where you just you know what you're doing up there. Every ball it just feels easy, and you're not pushing nothing. You're just letting it roll, and all you can do is just control the way you're delivering it, and then hope for the breaks at the other end. So.
And yeah, when you get in a groove like that, I bet you right now, if you told him or asked him what he's focusing on, there's a good chance he might not even be able to tell you what it is. Once you just get into such a zone.
Oh yeah.
It's just all muscle memory.
Mm-hmm. Oh, those are the good feelings. Like we've all been there, and it's great. Chop off opportunity here for Jordan. Oh.
Showing why that is the hardest spare in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
to some.
Buy a t-shirt, bud. I've already got one.
Yeah, I cherried a couple of those at the Open Provincials there this last weekend there, and yeah, it's not the funnest thing in the world whenever you're on 3 or 4 in a row. You get a chop off that you think is going to be a strike, and then you get screwed on the spare as well. Yeah. Well, you carried the 15 though, 43 and 2. Not bad.
No, doesn't put himself too far down. On Mike, just a little wild on the double. Gets the 5 count.
There's a good shot there. Oh,
Oh, those
that was
3
good.
pins just kind of spun out.
Yeah, dead 3 pins. Oh no.
That's a big 5 hole for Mike. Oh, and Henry capitalizes. Gives
That's
himself
huge.
puts him in charge of that game again.
Good shot. Oh, another one.
Oh, that right 3 pin is not being friendly for them this game.
Oh. That's the 4th right corner of the match here. Well, at least for the average pros. Do you think it could be just a rotation thing, or do you think it's just that maybe that 3 pin is in fact just not working out?
It's hard to say. With Sue's, I could see it as being a pretty legitimate corner. Henry's the reaction. Oh, the reaction didn't look natural. Like it looked like it just spun out on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
And Scott's was a clean blow through. So I'm gonna say it's just the rotation that they happen to be hitting with.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely say they're better off playing in the left pocket by the looks of things right now, though.
Also, too, I know sometimes. Oh, my goodness! Now it's the left side. But yeah, no. Honestly, I've noticed a difference with different bowling balls. Obviously, too. A lot of people use. We're talking soft rolls. Star lines. Other balls too, like Paramounts or whatever. Obviously, there's so many different brands out there and different styles, right? But I used to use soft rolls back in the day, and I found that for some reason I was leaving more corners with those. And then when I started going to star lines, I don't know, I just get better pop on the pins.
Same size ball?
Yeah, 478, 38, or sometimes like 478, 310. So
kind of nice. Like, I don't know if you guys have access to 100 different bowling balls. I mean, I guess the Wisemans probably do, but to have a suitcase full of balls that you can just start trying around in a full, kind of like golf. You can go to a driving range and you can, on a club fitting day, you can try all the different manufacturers and all the different types of balls. I think that'd be super cool.
Oh yeah.
Rather than sort of you just gotta test them and try them and see what other people got and this and that, right?
Oh, it's crazy actually, because I don't know if you guys know this place. I mean, it's well, I think most people know Buffa Bowling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Buffa Distribution, whatever they call it now. I believe it's situated in Montreal, Quebec there. So I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, they have like an actual synthetic lane that's actually in the store, and you can actually take a ball and try it right there.
Love it.
I mean, that's just
a full lane, or just like an approach?
No, like an actual lane.
That's awesome.
I saw it in a video one time. I couldn't believe it. So you can actually try a ball. I think it's more for 10-pin people, because they usually have the bigger ball up there, obviously, and the 10 pins and all that stuff, whatever. But I'm pretty sure I saw a video where the owner, was doing a 5-pin, and I thought, oh my god, like it's amazing, man.
That'd be perfect. It'd even be better if you could have, two lanes, and have one oiled, one dry, and really let people see what the difference is going to be.
100%.
Because there is so much variance, isn't there? With such a small little, difference in the ball. But really, to have some serious stat testing and data testing on all those different types of bowling balls, that'd be unreal.
Like, what's your preferred ball there, Daryl?
Right now, I'm using like a Cyclone, a 5-inch Cyclone, a little bit heavier. And it seems to be pushing through a little bit. I've used the Star Lines, my old pink Star Lines. Those are the early on, but they're a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
Maybe, 3.6-ish type of thing. And then I got some 4 and 7/8, 3.8, 3.10, 3.8 soft rolls that I use. So number one is the Cyclones, the harder ones. But if I don't feel like my fingers are there, that's when I'll move the Cyclone, and then I know, oh yeah, my fingers are there, or to the soft roll, and then I'll go back to the Cyclone.
What about you, Tyson? What do you think?
I'm always a fan of the softer ball. So right now I'm playing with a 4.7/8, 3.8. I think it's the soft roll missiles.
Oh yeah, missile. Because there's missile and they have ballistics, right?
Yeah.
And I think there's also now they got a bunch of other ones too, like the sidewinders and pin killers and all that stuff.
Yeah, well that's just I don't know the difference. Yeah.
I know Scott Barber at Dakota, he's got some of the first gen soft rolls.
Oh, they're hard to get.
Oh yeah.
And he plays with those things, and like it's a all black ball, and I tell you, when he's throwing that thing, it just smells like burnt rubber. And even at that, if he drops the ball, you know exactly where he dropped it, because that thing marks up a lane like nobody's business.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always just find like I play with a lot of finish on my ball, and
you do.
I just find with the hard ball that I don't get that nice little snap at the end that I find really allows me to score well. So when lanes get a little oily, that tends to be when I get pretty punchy.
Nice shot there by Mark.
That's Mark's shot that we've seen, and Mark's a guy that I've played with YBC when he was, when we were young, and always sort of had that same style, same shot. But it's fun to watch him get 3 or 4 and like, come on, man, come on.
That was definitely that was a bomb out there. Like as soon as you let that go, you can tell he knew it too. But yeah, I know for just to conclude on the bowling ball situation, like I said, for me, it's more Starline now. And I find a lot of guys over here more on the East Coast, I guess. A lot of them have gone to Starlines actually. Like I know myself, Sly Bercier, Max Lafreniere, Fred Martin, just to name a few guys. They all use Starlines now, and there's even a few more that I'm not thinking of right now. Like maybe even Eric Villeneuve, I know, uses them too sometimes. And I mean, they're harder to control, but if you can control that ball, then it's money. Like if you get it in the pocket, man, you get a lot of good bust on the pins.
Now, the heavier, what weight are you throwing Starlines?
So for me specifically, I'm throwing 4.7/8, 3.8.
Okay.
I do have 5-inch as well. The 5-inch I think is like a 5-inch 3.11 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I prefer a little bit smaller so I can kind of get a little more rotation on it. And I find with Starlines, if I get my arm and just extend the ball out a little better, get a little more lift on it, and just a little flick of the wrist at the end. The backup, it works pretty well, and I find that whether it's left or right pocket doesn't really matter. Like it's, I find there's less corners with those balls compared to my soft rolls. Of course, everybody has different opinions. Obviously, some people might live and die by the soft roll or Paramount, like the older version balls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But which I do have a set of like almost every type of ball. But yeah.
And how often would you be playing around with them all?
To be honest, before a lot more than now. Like now, I'm just I'm settled with usually 2 sets. It's most often. Starline comes out a lot, and I know people think, and if Max Lafreniere listens to this conversation, he's going to probably laugh about this, but I have like 3 different Starline balls, and I swear to God that every one of them are different. And I don't care if they're all 4.7/8, 3.8. I swear to God, besides the color, they're all different. Like every one of them move differently, every one of them splash differently. If I tell Max that, though, he thinks I'm crazy, but I swear, man,
you can tell the difference.
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right, Mike gets a strike here. We're competitive match here. Nobody's earth-shattering runaway with 4 in a row or big monsters to start off with. How's that Dakota game going there, Tyson? We originally had.
The Dakota
Jana was on a 7.
Yeah, Dakota. They ended up I believe it finished
Oh,
6-2 for Dakota. Um, I think I think they might have squeaked out a couple of the bottom matches against Chad and Scott. I didn't get to see the exact final score, but I know both of them were down going into 10.
Okay, so 6-2 potentially there for Dakota.
Yeah. But
that,
otherwise they killed on total. I believe I
Against
think
Venom.
yeah, I believe Jana had 364 and
Nice.
I think Randy Morissette was 295 and that was
Wow.
just their top two.
The interesting, lineup there with just the one female on their roster. Jana's obviously got to play every game, but when she shoots 364s, there's keep on inviting her back out, hey?
Oh yeah. And yeah, I did think it was personally an interesting move on their part to go 7-1 rather than keep the 6-2 as a backup.
I guess that's where the emergency spares will come in. If Jana's ever not available, they'll have to use that for that spot, right?
Right, and at least they have Jana's sister Andrea. She's their manager, but I'm sure she would be probably who they would use
Right.
as their backup.
There's a double from Sue.
oh,
Bobby got roasted.
yeah. We got Mark here trying to go for another one here. Oh, just a little thin compared to the last one. Throws a nice backup ball.
Lane camera went down.
There we go.
Yeah. And Average Pros started really good on their corners, and then just recently now they've been on kind of a cold streak. They've missed their last three.
So apparently we got, I believe Janelle is going to go in for Michelle on the Bandits side, I think in the next frame if she hasn't already.
Yep. And Tyson just called number 4.
Yeah. I thought it'd be like reverse commentators curse.
Yeah.
Apparently commentators curse only works in a negative way.
So we're 448 there. We're 499 for the Average Pros.
Now, I think that's probably Scott's first miss all day.
Could be the worst shot all day, yeah.
Because, I mean, he's been absolute money all day.
Just looking at his body language, it looks like he knew out of his hand that didn't even have a shot.
Like, oh boy.
Oh.
Okay.
Never mind, that's his worst shot of the day.
I apologize to Scott there for pointing that out. But I mean, at the end of the day, though, I mean, the guy's been absolute money, so.
Yeah, and he's still sitting in a good spot for his match. Like, he's still, even if Bobby throws a strike in the next frame, he's still up 16. So, it's still his match.
They do have a bit of lead going into the second half. Curtis obviously has a double there. Jordan's now got a double for a 70-pin lead. But let's run our first commercial, and we'll be back with you in a couple minutes, gang.
Whoa.
All right, back in action.
So halftime score looks like I can't really see the last digit on the Bandit side. It's like 478 or something like that.
Yep.
And then we got 542, so I'll say it in French here, en français. So 478 pour les Bandits de Bitchery. Pour les average pros, c'est 542. Après 5 carreaux, so halftime.
Yeah, and we have average pros coming in with 3 opens, but also 2 doubles. So a slight mark advantage for average pros right now.
Oh, nice ball by Henry. Oh, no. Oh.
Aces on a double.
I mean, it's a good count, but yeah.
Better than a head pin, but you still just hope one of those corners goes down.
Could have been a speed factor on the ball there because it started to turn a little bit toward the end, but
well, and it was a pretty thin hit on the left side, so it was already pretty unlikely that she was going to carry that right corner. Just unfortunate that it also, as soon as it hit the head pin, just dove straight into that 3-pin.
It sounds like they got a birthday party or something going on in the background where they're screaming.
Yeah, I think that Sherwood Bowls obviously got YBC, so there's 12 lanes going on. So they're bowling on lanes 5 all the way through. On lane 1 is where Dream Crushers are playing again.
Okay, yeah.
Because Dream Crushers will be back up now in their other division, playing the Venom. I don't know if they've started yet or not yet, Tyson?
No, they're just announcing the teams right now. I guess, Daryl, you might be able to answer this. The Venom playing 3 back-to-back games. Is that the first time that's happened this season for the
It
Pro
might
League?
be back-to-back. I think there's been some times that there's been 3 games. I know Bombers played 3 games in one day, but not all back-to-back. And these are the final 3 games as well for Venom as well. So they're done after this.
Oh, so they're going to have quite...
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Yeah, so Venom's done the 11 games after this. Their regular season is complete.
So then they're going to be sitting around for 3 months potentially. If I didn't get a chance to see their standings. If they were.
Venom will be making the playoffs. So we'll just pull up that standings over there in the Cargill division, just to give you an idea. There's Bobby making her spare, but here's so Venom are in the 8th spot there, 22 points with 8 games. So they're obviously lost that last one 6-2, so they're not going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, 8 matches played, 3 remaining.
Yeah, Dynamite, obviously, they've now got 8 points more, so they're up to 15 points for 4 matches played.
Is this updated after that first game, or the Venom only started now, right?
Venom played the second game of the day.
Oh, they did. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, those are the standings coming into today.
Okay. Yeah. We got Jordan here.
Punch for Curtis there.
And Curtis was on a double there too, wasn't he?
Yeah, so This is a good chance for Jordan to really take charge of this match.
Oh, look at center.
Takes the chop. Oh. I didn't want to say nothing, but I
Little
can't
bit
help
off.
but fight the
Yeah.
urge there. I mean, Jordan had cherried the first chop in the second frame. I think he was, really trying to get on the side instead of going heavy on it, and unfortunately cost him that shot there. But not a bad start overall to the game, I don't think. I mean, he's on the middle.
Now, do you think because the chop that he cherried was the left side, does it if you cherry a chop on the other side, do you think it plays mentally into your game when you're throwing at a different side?
Well, I guess, I mean, if you want to call the average answer to this, would be it just depends who the person is, right? Like, I mean, some people it doesn't really affect them at all, right? Like, it's just they'll just throw it, and if they chop it, whatever. But there's a shot by Henry, another big shot there. But honestly, though, some people, yeah, it might play into their mental game where they're thinking to themselves, okay, well, I just trade both opportunities for my chops on either side, and if they ever get another chop throughout the rest of the game, it can play I guess in your head sometimes, but I've seen others though where it doesn't bother them at all. So it really just depends on the person and how they feel for that day. But
Oh, another corner from Sue.
sitting here seeing lane one there, and just got roasted on a corner.
I'm gonna guess that's probably Adam Weber if I had to guess.
Oh, it's either Weber or it's Carey, because I mean that was a pretty damn fast ball.
No, I'm staring at Weber right now. And,
are you? Okay.
Oh, yeah, that was.
Oh, it's just. I mean, it danced around the corner pin and everything. I'm pretty sure it was a 3-pin that came back on the lane, almost stood back up, and danced around it.
Yeah, Tim's in fourth, Adam's in fifth.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got here average pros though 704 midway through the 7 versus Bandits 636. Bandits are going to need to start throwing a few strikes together, get some momentum, working their way into 9-10, 8-9-10.
Yeah, and average pros have really let them stay in this match with the amount of missed spares that they've had.
Yeah.
I mean, you can look up just on the board right now and you see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 missed spares in their last 23 balls. Oh, and I'll have to apologize to Mark on that one.
I mean, yeah, that right corner is pretty near glued.
Yeah, it looks like you have to hit thick if you're on the right side if you're gonna hit that side.
Oh, right side again for on the other side as well.
Yeah, we really still haven't seen anyone run more than a double.
Yeah, I mean, besides Scott's, I think it was a 4 or 5 bagger the last game.
I think he had 4. I want to say it was 4.
I mean, besides that, we haven't really seen a whole lot of huge strings. So.
No, I think he's the only person that we've seen run more than a double.
Yeah. I mean, there's been a lot of double opportunities, I should say triple opportunities, but I mean, it seemed like whenever there was, a double thrown, then the next ball was always either, pushed too much or just went wide or they got a bad break or something like that.
Yeah, I think even of those doubles, I think only one was even a corner.
Yeah. It's a good shot by Jordan.
Well, Henry will be coming up here looking to prove us wrong.
We got Bobby here looking for the half. She's got 108 dans 6e carreau. Elle va chercher pour le spare.
A little too solid. Yeah, you got to think if Scott can throw a good one in 8 coming up, that he's going to give himself a pretty well cemented lead going into the back two. He's currently sitting 159 on a double to Bobby's 121.
Yeah.
So
That double's huge for Scott there, definitely.
yeah, that's 38 pins plus 3 balls.
We got Curtis here at 146, so 146 dans 6e carreau pour Curtis avec les Bandits. There he goes.
Oh.
Oh. Chop.
And he does come in with an 8-point lead right now on Jordan. Jordan obviously had the strike in 7, so...
Oh, no.
Oh.
No, that's the difference maker in games, though. Sometimes, obviously throwing strikes is great. I mean, throwing spares, just makes you that much better because it keeps you in matches for sure.
Yeah, especially when you're playing at houses, like when both teams are playing in houses where they're currently just not running strikes. So that difference maker is going to be your pinning and your spare conversions.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, there's been a fair share of letters in these games, that's for sure.
I don't even think we've actually seen a chop spared in this match yet.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. There it is. There you go.
Now.
Oh, man, and Henry goes wide again here on the double, but still has the advantage, I believe. Spare here would be great.
I always find, just watching a lot of people, I always find that the biggest hump to get over is getting that turkey. They can they can throw the doubles, and then if they throw the turkey, the 4 and the 5 will just roll off the fingers. But I think mentally there's something about throwing that third ball, knowing that that's the first ball you have attempt to count 45 in the frame.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like you've said, some people just start pushing it a little too much, maybe grip it a little tighter.
And I think we've all been there. Like we've all had that moment where you go after that double and you get it, and you go for the triple, and it just sometimes you're not thinking about it. It's just sometimes it just happens where the triple is a little bit harder to get. I don't know why, but I don't know if it's a mental thing or if it's just like you're saying there. I mean, it's the first time to count for 45, so sometimes it just plays like that. But and obviously now with the head pin split for Sue here. I just realized actually too, I didn't look over at the Bandits here again until now, but it's actually back-to-back chop spares.
For once, the commentator curse actually did good.
Yeah, it's working its positive effects as we get requested for next week. No.
We get requested to special guest commentate for specific teams.
Red carpet and all. So we got Mark trying to get back in the middle here. Oh. It seems I don't know if he's comfortable with his shot right now. Like he doesn't seem very. I don't know. He's not throwing the ball the same way he did the first half of the game.
No, and you've seen in between the last 3 frames, he's hit 3 different spots. He's gone left. He's gone right. Mm-hmm. They gotta be looking at making that pull because he just doesn't look comfortable. He's thrown basically 2 good balls this game. Maybe 3 counting the corners, but yeah, I think that's the spot you have to.
Yeah, he's pulling them now. So they're looking at. I'm not sure. I can't see the. Okay, so you got Charles Hahn that's going in.
Yeah, so Mark has the first 8 frames, 142. Still currently up 22 in that match. So Charles will just be looking more to add to total and just keep pace with Michelle for the last two.
It's a huge shot by Curtis there. Seems to like. Oh, actually, if you notice, the Bandits, their bottom score right now is 777.
Oh, that's a lucky number.
Mm-hmm. We'll see if it plays a factor later on in this match. I mean, we got 777 against the 858, but of course they're not done their 8th frame, so it's going to add to that.
No, and with Scott with the chop, and again, average pros just haven't been able to find that spare ball on those chops.
These spares they're critical shots. I mean, yes, they're carrying 15s and stuff on certain frames, but these spares definitely are critical.
Yeah, if they pick up more of these spares, this match is a runaway in their favor.
Mm-hmm.
So they're really letting Bridge City Bandits stay in it right now.
Yeah, the moment Jordan let that one go, I was actually watching the arrows to see where that ball was going to go over, and then, I mean, he put it over to the right side, but it just obviously with a little bit of a back of it looked like just kind of stood there and it didn't curl in.
Yeah, you gotta think he's either a little quick or laid it down or both. That's the one.
Oh,
that's a big count lost on that ball.
You got a 20 count on that strike.
So he picks all these up. He's down 3 and 2 balls.
And gets the 15. So you got what, 885 to 777 here. So just over 100 pin game. But of course the Bandits have 4 marks, 2 of them strikes, 2 of them spares. And
average pros 1 spare and 4 opens. Yeah, so you're automatically, that's 5 balls in hand. Yeah, this is anyone's game.
Oh, big shot there.
That was you can see he was excited about that one.
Oh yeah. That was money all the way in. Another spare by Mike. Oh, she got that one out pretty good. Oh yeah.
And Sue's been pretty dialed in this game.
She's been all over it.
She hasn't missed the middle yet, and I mean, I think her worst balls were just that ace and that split.
Just out of curiosity, like, would you think that a confidence boost could have came from the aces when she picked both corners as well? Because I mean,
I think where that one probably came as a big helper was when she threw the left in 7.
Yeah.
Having to pick that corner, I think having picked both her aces corners cleanly, I think that would have been the big booster to pick that one. Because I think, if she possibly misses that left corner on the aces ball, then gets the left again, now it leaves a little bit of room where she might start getting into her head.
Yeah, a little bit of doubt creeps in sometimes if you have to go for it again, because I just think that like getting the aces and then getting both corners, I know personally that would be a confidence booster for me. Like, so that's why I was wondering if maybe you think that could have been where it started, and then she throws another good ball in 7, gets the spare, another good ball in 8, unfortunately bad break, and then comes back in 9 with another bomb. Oh boy.
Oh. That's
Scott not liking that shot for sure. I mean, that's Didn't expect that to happen, but
No, for a guy who's been money, the say 17 of 18 frames he's played, wheels have kind of fallen off the bus in the back half of this game.
He's still up in the match, though. He's got a half decent game, 2-11-9. So Dirsans dans 9e carreau pour Scott Rice. Le total maintenant c'est 9,60 pour l'average pros. And sur l'autre ball pour les Bandits, j'ai vu rien. I don't see a thing right now. It's very blurry.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah. So Scott's going to win that match regardless. Oh, we lost the scores
entirely.
Oh, they're back now. Okay.
Je pense que c'est comme 860 quelque chose. It looks like 868, 868, je pense, or I don't know, something like that.
868, 975.
Yeah, it's definitely 8-7 something. So it's about a 100-pin game here, going into the last ball of 9 here for Curtis, along with going to the 10th.
Yeah, it's definitely average pros game to lose at this point. Coming in with, they're both coming in with 4 marks. Average pros, of course, having the 3 strikes and 1 spare. To Bridge City's 2 strikes and 2 spares.
So right now we got Henry currently in front in the first match. We got, Sue and Kara pretty tight, all but a pin.
Yeah, it looks like the Henry's going to be in pretty good position in his match. Mike can finish with at best 233.
Spares the left corner pin, and Henry up here with a great shot. Oh, gets the push.
So that'll lock in his point.
Great shot by Henry there for the double. Once again, seeking that everlasting third shot. We have not seen too many of something. I won't say it.
Do we want to do an over-under on 10.5 on this ball?
You can.
I'll leave that for anyone watching to decide. I will not comment.
Yeah, we're talking to the people, as Don Cherry would say, the people. You people.
And that was the last time Matt Leonard was on commentary.
Still working on the old Holy Rollers scoreboard, guys. We're having good days today.
And unfortunately, we got Henry here that goes wide on that third opportunity again for that after a double. But a huge 3-pin spare here. You got a 261 de 61 pour Henry shoots. And on the other side, Kara gets the spare. In the match against Sue Vandersloot.
So that gives her 250 max. So this is a big first ball for Sue.
Oh, that's the second time she got the ball out pretty near to the arrows. And this time on the left side. And that left side is leaving those right corners left, right, and center, it seems. It's just crazy.
Yeah, that's got to be the fifth right we've seen for sure. And, with Kara finishing at 240, that corner miss will seal it for Sue.
Yeah, I mean, she spares that, then she's
236. So at that point, she just has to hit anything that's not a 3-pin.
Yeah, basically 5 or better. So
yeah.
And a shot there, even though the screen looks frozen, it's a double. Nos écrans sont tout le temps gilet.
Even that match, that's even after that strike, that's 165 to Mark's 150 going in. Or I should say Charles.
Yeah, Charles. That's a big shot there for Janelle. Oh. So she has 155, so we have 155 in the ninth for Janelle. Took over Michelle's game, and now, oh, geez, Mark. Oh, man. This becomes a shot and a half for both here.
Yeah, a 5-pin cleanup for Janelle will lock in that match.
It's the 180 and now to 177.
Yeah, that is a tough one.
So we're currently at 2-1.
And then this will be, we can call it up as 2-2. Scott's got his match locked.
À ce moment, les résultats, c'est 2-1 pour les Bandits. Dans le premier match, c'est Henry Schwartz pour les Average Pros qui a gagné. Puis, Kara sur l'autre ball avec 2,40 à 2,34. So, Kara a gagné le match contre Sue. Michelle, 180 contre Mark et Charles. C'est 177. So, Michelle and Janelle take that one. You got Scott here. Unfortunately, the chop off again causing issues, but takes the 15 for a 2,26. 226. Which is enough to take out Bobby in this match for the score of, I believe, 192. So 192.
Yeah, and total now gets a little interesting with Jordan throwing that 3-pin.
Yeah, this is definitely a shot that Jordan would have probably liked to have back here in this one, but he does have the spare opportunity that could still do some damage here.
And he's back on the lane very quickly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, doesn't get the pull either. Oh, a big strike there for Curtis.
Yeah, so
my goodness,
we're talking 11-14 max for the average pros, with Jordan picking up that 2-pin.
My God, yeah, we have a big shot coming up here for Curtis. Like, this
actually,
is
no, that is they are shut out.
Are they? Is it already counted the last one there?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, if that's the case, then yeah.
Yeah, so at most, Bridge City Bandits will be able to finish with 11-11.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, he's got his match. Obviously, Curtis is going to take out Jordan here. But yeah, if that strike is in fact counted, I think it's 1081 here so far with a possibility of 30 more. And he does get it too, which, yeah.
Yeah, which is just going to end up rubbing salt in the wound of
big time, like
anyone who
salt
left
and
up
vinegar,
5 pins.
Reminds me of my salt and vinegar Miss Vicky's chips in the cupboard. Man, that's just, yeah.
Yeah, I would not recommend rubbing those in the wounds.
No, not at all. I mean, yeah, no, that's going to be, you're right. I mean, it's it was counted already, so we're at 1096 to 1114 here. And, you know, one more strike here potentially for Curtis will put him at 1111, so a 3-pin gap. So, I mean, that could have happened anywhere in the game. Obviously, there was a lot of spares that were missed, pins that were left up. You know, it's another bomb again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just a little too late.
Just throwing bombs out there, though. That last 3 were some pretty good shots there from Curtis.
Yeah, and we got our turkey.
Oh, finally. Waiting all day for this. So what do we have for score here? We got 1-0. So we have 2-2.
I believe it's 5-3 for average pros. Because they will take, Henry and Scott's points, as well as total.
Yeah. So 5-3 pour les Bandits de Bridge City contre les Average Pro. So unfortunately, Average Pros there, yeah, they just well, I mean, they got the pinfall, which is huge for them, obviously, but yeah.
Yeah, well, with
Tight
two of those
match.
matches being less than 10 points,
Yeah.
you know, that extra pinfall's, you know, 2 points, that's a 7-1 game potentially.
Yeah. No, that's it doesn't get a whole lot tighter than that. I mean, a 1-pin, well, not 1-pin game, but like a 3-pin game.
Yeah, a one-ball game essentially.
1-ball game, yeah.
Yeah, the only other thing we can do is we can just try from a different ball.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Sorry, we're working with the Holy Rollers, getting their cameras going too. So I'm going to pull in the managers. You guys chat them up. I'll know when to transition, and when you say good match, all good, we'll run the final commercial. Then we'll run that. So I'll just pull them in. You guys ask away, and we'll do our thing.
Okay. Hi there.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Well, that was a close match. Wow.
Yes, it was.
I mean, we're looking at a 3-pin match there. Obviously, the score, I believe, was 5-3, I believe.
Yes.
So obviously, there's we noticed there was a lot of letters in this game for both sides.
There was.
It seemed like the right corner didn't want to fall for the Average Pros, and it seemed like there was quite a few chop-offs on the other side as well. But you guys, you know, you dug in, obviously, and you tried to capitalize on the areas that you were able to. And, you know, it seemed like whenever we looked at the score and we saw that, I believe it was Curtis that had like he was going into 10, and he shot the first strike, we actually thought the score didn't count it yet. So we're thinking, okay, you know, we're talking like, you know, he could still do it here. And then we realized that when he shot the second ball and it did actually register, that it was in fact, whether he shot all three or not, it was a 3-pin game regardless. So, but solid win though for the pros here.
Yeah, it was a bit hard for us total, so we were just trying to math as we were going. We were pretty sure we were okay after our 10th frame there, but couldn't tell for sure. So luckily we, you know, battled out that 10th frame. Everybody fought hard for all those sticks, which kind of saved us in the end. So
We get a little bit tight towards the end of the games, and I think you can tell even in the first match we played. Everybody's just trying that little extra hard. We know we've got a good roll, and then that's great, right? For us, we're fairly green, so it's just relaxing and don't worry about it and try to stay loose. But pretty tense up there.
So, do you have anything to add there on the other side as well? You guys?
No, it was a tough loss. Everyone got a little tight in the middle there. But congrats on fighting out the win, guys.
thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Do we have, are there any takeaways for the Bridge City team for their next match? Maybe not since it's not today, but for the next time. What's your takeaway?
Oh, we haven't even talked, so I got nothing to say right now.
I agree with her.
Yeah.
Thanks,
All right,
guys.
sounds-
Thanks, guys. Sorry about the technical troubles.
Okay.
No worries, DB.
Yeah, sorry. Enjoy your Sunday. We'll be in touch, and we'll get wrapped up here with this last commercial, and then go into the next game, guys.
Okay,
Okay,
take care, guys.
Thanks.
Guys.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
When you come to the Canadian Brewhouse, you'll feel right at home. We work hard to make our house your house. With an affordable menu of appetizers, entrees, desserts, beverages, and killer deals on daily specials. At our house, you never miss a play. As sports lovers, we've ensured each location includes over 50 TVs and our signature Jumbotron. The Canadian Brewhouse is the place people want to be.
All right, guys, here we are, third match of the day. Couple of technical difficulties, about half an hour behind, but we're getting into the mix. I appreciate everybody's patience and working with us today. But we got a big match coming up here, right? We got Next Gen and the Holy Rollers. Looking for some big action here. Both of them, making moves in the standings. We think Next Gen's likely going to get there. Holy Rollers are fighting for their spot too. What are you guys' initial thoughts on this one?
I'd say, I've got Next Gen at a slight advantage in this match. But you know what? If Holy Rollers come out flying right out of the gate, I think they're going to put some serious pressure on Next Gen.
Yeah, I agree. I know that obviously I've over time have watched the Holy Rollers go, and the bowling alley that they're bowling at too. They get a lot of nice kickbacks over there too. But definitely, I mean, Next Gen obviously, every team is strong. Next Gen, we all know, has the players that can definitely get the job done. I think it's going to be a nice solid match here.
That's right. Well, let's bring in our managers. We got from the GP Holy Rollers, our buddy Gerald Hafner, and representing Next Gen today, we've got Tyler Tickat pulling double duty. So, guys, thanks for waiting. Hopefully not too much of a burden and affecting your lanes around there, but here we are. We're last to get going. How are we feeling?
We're feeling really good. Everybody's out there loose, having fun, ready for the monkey in the back that you guys keep talking about. So, away we'll go with it, right? So
good. And the guys are ready. Where do you got Hauka in the lineup today?
Yeah, Hauka's sitting 9th in the lineup, so he won't be in.
And,
for a second, I'm sitting there thinking, what is he talking about?
Yeah, that's Scott, our buddy Scott, would like to tease on.
I think I'm in before him.
And Tyler pulling double duty today on the microphones. I see Des is she's going to be 11:15, so she might even make it by the time that the game starts. Hey.
Yeah, she is. I think she's technical paneling at a skating competition down in Calgary, so we'll have her on FaceTime here right away. So that she can tune in. But yeah, I think we're feeling ready to go. Obviously, it's been a while since we've played a match, but we're at the point in the season where all of us are engaged and like mentally competitive now. So I think we're feeling pretty good.
Nice, good to hear. Let's just fire away with lineups, guys, and then we'll get things going. Gerald, give me your lineup first.
Okay, so Steve is starting with Robert at the lead, obviously, and then Megan, Thomas, Sean, and Danny. Corey and Scott are sitting on the bench to start. Dustin Thompson had to work today, so he is MIA.
Okay. And Tyler, how about your lineup?
So it's going to be me in the number 1 spot, and then we have Julie number 2. Cody is 3, Ryland's 4, and Brad's going to be 5 with Jenna on the bench. Haley is super bowling it up, and Evan is still on night shift, so the both of them are unavailable today.
Sounds good. Thank you. Well, I think we'll get her going. Gerald, do you want to stick around and chat with the guys as we're playing the game?
Absolutely. I got to beef these guys up. They're a little quiet, so we got to liven the show here.
So you're gonna, there you go. Let's do it. Okay. Well, we'll let the game go. Let's get into action, guys.
Good luck.
Good luck, buddy.
Hi.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll remove him. We'll let you stick around with us, buddy. Match 3. And Next Gen lineup. Tyson, you want to go Next Gen?
Sure. So we have Evan Lecusier, who is MIA today. We have Rylan Willier, Bradley Tickat, Jenna Lamoureux, Tyler Tickat, Julia Robko, Cody Steer, and Haley Cole. With manager Desiree Tickat.
All right. And for some reason, I don't see the Holy Rollers, but Gerald, you know them off by heart. So give me a roster for the guys.
It's Robert Tompkins, Megan Clark, Thomas Tompkins, Sean Tompkins, Danny Stewart, Corey Peugeot, who turns 42 today. Happy birthday to Corey. And Scott. You guys say Hawka, I say Hoka. So we'll go with Scott anyway. And
There we
Coach
go.
Steve Petrosivic.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just go like this, and we are good to go.
Wicked.
Don't see their score.
Yeah.
Camera. Oh, is that Tyler starting there? Are they playing on 2? What's happening here, Tyler? He needed to get a quick little ball in there after his commentary warm-up.
Yeah, I think they're playing on 2 because I can see just the bottom part of that score up there. There you go. Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. We got her back. Fun day when DB's at the helm, everybody.
Well, you always make it happen, buddy.
Oh man, my goodness. Let's get a thing. We've only got 3 games today. The other one's got the 4.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you think of the standings up here? Where's their standings for you there? Gerald, what do you think of that? Hey, Holy Rollers, 28 points, 5 games, 700 average. I mean, they're playing quite well.
I'm so excited for these guys, right? They we've done a lot of talking on the side. We've done a lot of, even as a proprietor, I mean, I'm learning to coach as I go. And just to coach guys that are better than me, obviously. I mean, I had my day, but these guys are amazing. And they're coming in today as if they're public bowling. They're just going to come in free will because they know who they're up against. And they just have to kind of just go bowling, right? So and keep the intensity level up. So I'm excited about their positioning. I think they're first percentage wise, right? And then yeah,
they're just behind them, Motor City Mayhem. And apologies here quickly on. I see that the Holy Rollers doesn't have their logo next to their name. We'll get that changed. So apologies. It says the Venom there. Obviously, we know it's the Holy Rollers.
Unbelievable, Daryl.
Yeah. Might have to fire the graphics department. Yeah.
I was gonna say because whenever I saw that, I'm like, oh, it's the Venom plane. Okay. I'm like, wait a minute.
We've got a couple of the Northern Knockouts here today. We've got Amanda and Tiana. They come over from Dawson Creek today to cheer the guys on. And
nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And the creators of the Tompkins are here today. Mom and Dad are here, so that's pretty cool too.
Gotta have a fan club.
You got to have a fan club. Yeah, Scott's mom is here, but I don't think she's happy right now. But
Scott's not in the lineup.
No, not yet. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
That's a rocket.
Thomas is talking about the new pair of shoes he got. That's what's making the difference now. So.
Is he debuting them on the podcast, or has he tried them out before?
He tried them out on, what are we on, Sunday today? So I think Friday he tried them out. So threw a strike the first ball, so that was that.
So a decent start, 2 strikes out of 3 there, and obviously the other one was a corner pin. So they're hitting the middle of the start here. Another one. Oh, nice bomb there. Nice Sean.
That was a bomb.
Sean's been struggling for about a month now. He didn't fare well in our open roll-offs and got pretty angry with himself and did a good reset. And I think did he come in last week or was he starting last week? I can't remember, but I think he came in last week and finished off really nicely, right, to help us with our pinfall. So
Danny veers off to the left side there.
That's what he does. Yeah, no, they're a pretty excited group. Just to be, guys, last year I think we finished 4th, and for them just to be where they are, they're obviously stoked about that. So,
they've been shooting some pretty good games and stuff together, and
yeah,
it's one thing to get breaks, but it's another to be able to throw it where you need to throw it, right? So
that you have to, right?
Yeah.
You got to be able to hit the middle.
Yeah. I mean, does it make a difference, like you'd mentioned about playing next gen? Does that start to get in their head a little bit about now who we're playing and the guys? I mean, you look at next gen, you've got Brad Titkat averaging 309. You got Tyler Titkat, right up there as well. He had one weaker game, but I mean, these guys are powerhouses, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But it does. But they also, I think Steve's strategy today was he put the 5 young guns in. As you can see, if you do the math on age, Corey and Scott are the old guys on the team, right? Girls and guys. So he went with that for that lineup for that reason. To put the young ones against basically the young ones, right? I mean, you're right. Next Gen's a powerhouse, but as we talked about, they're human, right? They make mistakes. You just got to stay with them and see who makes that first mistake, right? So
You got Brad with a nice spare there. So I believe they got three. I believe it's 3 marks on the next gen. Well, actually, 3 marks aside, both
yeah,
sides.
looks good, right? Yeah.
Yep. Two strikes and a spare for next gen. 3 strikes for Holy Rollers.
And basically everybody picked up their pins too. I believe the ones that didn't have the mark to start, it was 15 each.
Yeah. They're not sure when they can go. You're a little delayed at this end, so.
And we got Ty there with another strike for the double. Robert going to try and match it up here.
Their mom and dad show up for all these things. I mean, they got 3 kids and they're all boys and they all bowl and they all golf. It's fun for them to watch this stuff.
Good family moments.
It seems like anytime they show up to watch, like in a tournament or whatever, somebody throws a 400.
There it is.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Are the parents bowlers and golfers as well? Or?
They used to be. Dan just had like double knee surgery, I think, so that's probably going to happen this year again to golf at least, right? But and Mama Bear, no, she's just a big supporter. Oka wants to come in here and talk. I told him to stay out.
Maybe he wants to be live commentary. Like we've got some other willing participants happening out there.
He does want to.
Let me in, coach.
Let me in and play. No, the thing about these two teams is there's going to be a lot of hits, right? There's going to be tons and tons of middle hits, and it's just going to come down to, that last time we bowled these guys, Ryland threw a 410, I think, against us last year.
Oh, yes. Yep. I remember him, the 9-bag or something.
He started with a 9-bagger and then a little mess up in the 10th or whatever, but threw a 410. So
great shot there from Megan as well.
Megan and Corey are auntie and niece. Corey's the auntie. The Peugeot family is obviously a large bowling family.
There's another one. Oh, look at that.
Thomas. Bring on the shoes.
Yeah, he looks dialed in right now.
Yeah. Well, he made singles for the Open, right? So he's on a mission, you guys.
Oh, did he? Oh, there you go.
That was him and I can't remember who, Dustin and Robert, maybe? I can't remember who came. No, Dustin made mixed team. So, yeah, Dustin Thompson. I know he's listening right now at work, and he's, you suck, buddy. But
well, Robert's been 269 this year, average.
Yeah.
Sean's got 309 average, only played 28 frames, but he's right up there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Robert's won 4 matches too.
Right. Yeah, that's what we were talking about, the key stuff, right? Yeah, you want to bowl well, but like last week was a grind against I can't remember who we bowled last week, but that was a grind. It wasn't great pinfall, but we took the total by being fortunate.
Yeah, you guys played Maniacs the last game, 1164 to 1109.
Yeah, it was just it come down to the 10th frame basically.
And Brad with another strike.
And Brad Tick we got him, 1548 for 5 games, 309 average.
Yeah.
Right up there in the mix, and they've only played 5 games, so he's 5 for 5 here right now.
Yeah.
Tyler's 285 in there for 45 frames. Unfortunately had a 159 in there.
Yeah.
Rougher game, but otherwise he's 361, 367. He was 195 for 5 frames as well, right? Like
that's crazy. Yeah.
The quality of these players. Cody Steer, right? He's made the Open team this year now too. Again, second time, 256 he's averaging. Julia Robko 247, right? So
yeah,
all good players. And Ryland, we know, can play and go on absolute streaks and run massive bumps. Hasn't played as well this year per se, but Ryland's a guy that's streaky and can play.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, the kid's a force. That's for sure. It was fun watching him through YBC with my daughter and him. They're basically the same age, right? So it was fun watching him. He was a machine out there.
Well, and it was TPC he won this year, or what?
No, he won the Autumn Open. Yeah.
Yeah. And watching him at the Autumn, he just looked dialed in the whole weekend.
Well, he was top qualifier, right? He was top guy in the 40s, and he was top guy in the end. It was.
Yeah, I mean, he was literally the top guy. Period for that weekend. Like, it was just insane the way he was playing.
Yeah.
I was lucky.
Steve said he can't see their screen on our big TV out there. They can't see the opposition screen very well.
Oh well, it's the camera for the other.
Okay.
For next gen, that's going in at it. I keep refreshing it, but there's nothing I can do as far as the
gotcha.
The pixelation side of things.
Okay.
Oh, that's a big kick from Megan.
Yeah, big one for Corey there, or for Megan. Sorry, well, I'm gonna get shit for that one. Jesus. That's why you guys want me here. I can make people laugh, right? So.
So I got Thomas here looking for that another big one here. There you go.
That was in a good spot.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
awesome.
Say, between Tyler and Thomas, that's as many turkeys as we saw from the first two matches together.
Okay.
Yeah, I had some struggle matches in the first couple.
Yeah, hence the reason why I didn't say turkey or nothing like that or triple, because I just didn't want to be that guy, you know.
Didn't want commentator's curse for the fifth time today.
Who's playing right now on that other division?
That's Dream Crushers versus the Venom.
Right.
And that one, just waiting for some scores to bounce down. Dream Crushers 1132. Venom 1091.
Attaboy, Sean.
So it's a pretty close match. Victor lost the first one 255 to 275, but then Gary won 233 to 222.
So it's tight there.
Yeah. And
looking like around the 1250s each of them.
I would probably say you're going to say 1230, 1240.
There's a check frame for the Holy Rollers.
Yeah, pretty solid frame there for the Holy Rollers, or dare I say Venom.
You say.
Like I said, there's going to be a lot of hits, a lot of middle hits, right? So.
Yeah, you got to hit it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You got Brad here on a spare strike. Another one.
Yeah.
Now, have both these teams used the same lanes for all games this season?
We have so far. With all the chirping going on, we figured we'd move the monkey to a different lane and prove you guys wrong. But we're going to wait and see.
Yeah. Lane 6.
Oh my God! Right? You guys, no word of a lie. I actually went down there and measured shit just to make sure we were good.
You were listening to the podcast on Wednesday, were you?
Oh my God!
Are they talking about me? Yeah.
Everything is hunky dory. I just went. I need this peace of mind. But they were inspected last year, so I know they were good. But it was like, okay, these buggers, I'm going to make sure you're so. Me and Adam Weber having a good talk about it at Youth Challenge there last weekend.
Well, that's the tease factor, right? But it's it's tough. It's one of those tough things of the league is that everybody is playing in different houses and different pinfalls and different scenarios, different maintenance programs, different bases, strings.
Different bases is the big one, right? Yeah.
Gosh, huge.
I don't want to get too far into it, but you really got to have a trust that everybody's doing their thing, that they're not.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
It may come down to it, honestly, in a year, 2 years. What certification? What does it look like? And does that need to be inspected then, or something? Or I don't know. How do you how do you deal with that as it comes up? So
Oh, there's
Some
a
I'll
four.
leave it as.
There's a-
pretty good matches here. We got some bombs being thrown out here for sure. Like triple on one side, four bagger on the other, or dare I say ham bone as well, right?
Hambone, I see Tyler doing his commercial fist pump.
Oh yeah.
Well, we got 2 turkeys going for the Holy Rollers right now.
Hopefully Thomas doesn't overthink this and just throws his ball. That
We
was
might have to
bomb
get
again.
next in to adjust where they set the cameras up next time.
Well, I know
Oh
next.
come on!
Oh,
Oh,
there.
oh gee.
There's
There.
that monkey
There,
in the back.
there it is.
Oh, I'll never
Yeah.
hear the end of it. But he's throwing good, guys. You know, you got to be there, right? So
Yeah, you got to be on the side of the pocket,
So-
and then things crashing.
I'll
That's
just point
We
this
all
out.
know the
Like,
crash, boom, bang, right?
I'll point it out in French there for all our francophone viewers as well. Il y a un singe en arrière. What I'm saying there is there's a monkey in the back.
Yeah.
there we go.
But they're good shots. They're pocket,
Oh, yeah,
side
they're
of head
balls,
pins,
man.
and you get crashers. We all know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
I like-
enjoyed the bantering. I got to say, right? So
No, it reminds me actually where they're bowling right now for Holy Rollers. It reminds me of a center like in Ottawa. It's Marivelle Bowling Center.
yeah,
We're talking like back maybe 6-7 years ago. The breaks were just like that. Like you'd get
Yeah.
all these, bounces from the back and stuff like that. It would carry over. And like you could almost have a 3-pin get a strike out of it.
right. Yeah,
Like it was nuts.
yeah.
Yeah, that might be a little bit much.
Well, last
Don't-
week, Dustin, he punched that 3-pin and come back, took the 2-pin, kicked out the head pin, right? Like, holy smokes. You know,
So there's a star frame there for the Holy Rollers. So that's actually they
Two
went
of 'em in a
9
row.
for 10, 9 for 10
Yeah.
there because they had
Yeah.
the Sean with the corner spare there, but that's still huge. So they're certainly rolling here.
they're having fun. They're starting to believe in themselves a lot more, and that's all our goal was at this end. I mean, I know as proprietors, we do what we do for a reason, right? To make bowling better. But it's amazing watching these kids do what they're doing. It makes my heart full on a corny side, to see that happen. And no matter what the outcome, win or lose or draw or whatever, that's what I look for at this end. Because the North has always been a little, out of it, right? So
Yeah, there's
Well,
some
that's-
credibility to all this for sure.
absolutely, they need the respect that they deserve, and it's coming, right? And yeah,
You got on the other side here the Tit Cat boys here that oh boy. Look
That's
at that.
another star. That's a star frame on both sides.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's true, yeah. Oh,
Tough one there for Ty.
the Tit Cat brothers though going here. Like we got, 4 at the top there, another 3 at the bottom. It's they're trying to match up what the Rollers are doing here. At this rate, you got no choice almost halfway through here.
Yeah. There's no letting up on this. I knew this was going to be a great match, and one way or the other. So pretty excited.
We just had the Dream Crushers and Venom finish their
Oh.
match.
Oh,
Oh.
man. I got a bowl there.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know how much they're paying the monkey.
Where did that one even
Oh,
get
he-
kicked down from? There's a little questionable one there.
Oh,
That was a
geez.
chop off.
There's just a 6-pin hanging
I mean,
above
that monkey's getting a shit ton of bananas tonight, man.
I don't like that.
Oh, Megan's just running here. Yeah.
This is quite the show here.
Yeah.
I bet you Holy Rollers are honestly dreading having the 5th frame break.
We don't even talk about that. But you're right. But both teams are running good. So I mean, you know what? It's they're all ready for it. They're all jacked for it. But
That's another big shot by Cody there too. That's 3 in a row for him too.
this is so much fun.
There's another one. Oh man,
yeah.
Wow.
we got a Yahtzee there. I think it is.
5-bagger. Wow.
I've always wanted to say Yahtzee on the live stream, so I thank Thomas for that.
The start as well.
Yeah.
Ham bones and Yahtzees and all kinds of other things that might be coming with that.
My apologies. Oh.
Is it down? Oh, there it is. Another one.
Oh.
Oh goodness.
Wow.
It's getting kind of boring, guys. Come on.
Yeah, right.
Someone do something.
Yeah.
Like, for the love of God, like, you know.
Oh, dear. Nice to see Danny back on board here. He had that slow start, but once again.
I mean, not like we asked for it.
It looks like he pulled something.
Oh, he just pulled something. I think Danny's out. I'm just watching out here.
Yeah, it looked like he pulled something there.
Yeah. They're making a change.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's limping pretty good.
So that's definitely unfortunate for Danny. I know, obviously, he had the double going into 5 there. And they had a pretty good string going, but of course, things like this do happen.
Yeah.
Was Danny feeling sore at all coming into this?
No, he wasn't.
Another big shot by Brad to get the 4-bagger going, or Hambone for that matter.
Oh.
I think that's one term I don't think I'll ever get caught saying. Like,
what, Hambone?
Hambone.
Yeah, I never thought I would ever do it too until DB brought it up earlier.
Okay, we're on break.
Wow. All right, halfway there, guys.
Yeah.
Commercial. Be right back in the back.
Whoa.
All right, back to action. See what kind of momentum they can keep it going. There's strikes all over the place here.
We got the Holy Rollers with 13 strikes in their last 15 frames.
And being matched just as well by Next Gen. Now they got 4 doubles up there too.
Next Gen's got 14 in their last 15? Or sorry, no, 13.
A push there by Tyler coming out of the break.
Everybody's taking a slide just because Danny's stuck there or something, I think. I don't know what happened, but...
Oh, it gets the pull.
Oh, Next Gen got their own monkey.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, boy.
Man, the pulls, eh?
Putting stress on the commissioner here. I'm going to have footage sent in.
It's definitely been a very good match here between the two teams.
There's a great job by Julie.
I mean, we're talking bomb after bomb here.
Yeah, throwing bombs, coming back at you.
long as these guys keep freewheeling and don't push the ball, they're going to be good, right? It's, like you said, that break, they have time to think, right? That's what it's all about. I know that's why it goes on. It not quite, eh?
Oh, look at this! Oh,
That's a late ball. That's a corner.
That's a late ball. Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Actually, I'd like to dispute it. No, I'm kidding.
Challenge flag.
After further review.
Yeah. I don't know how he does that. Robert throws straight at it. We're taught in YVC to go cross lane at those corners, but there's only a couple of them. There's two here that throw straight at it that I know of. But
actually, I do the same.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah, I usually throw straight at them. I've done that ever since I was young, back in YBC days, and I don't know, it's just something I always did. I never ever went from the middle or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, and you're usually fine on whatever your opposite corner is, because you still have to come across your body. But going straight down that right lane, I know personally that always made me a little nervous, just because you don't have that wiggle room to play on the right side anymore.
Yeah. Another great start after the break for these guys.
Yeah, got back-to-back spares.
The one thing we've been teaching them as we grow as the North is that you can only control your own destiny no matter what the other team does. I mean, I know it's different when you're playing head-to-head live, right? But Thomas. But you got to worry about you and not your opponent, basically, right? So,
like the only defense in bowling is a good offense.
Correct. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's basically what I was trying to say there in German, but
Das a good shot.
These guys are keeping it going. That's great.
Oh, that left corner.
Keeping his eye on it just in case the gift falls.
Yeah.
There's another shot. Oh.
Get over. Oh. Okay, that's spareable here. That's spareable.
We know.
Is the strategy to punch that 3-pin pretty heavy, or do you still want a pretty pocket hit?
The options are there. No, it's going to be pretty heavy. Is obviously you see the pinfall on this lane, right? So if you can hit that on that, that was too heavy.
What happened there, Tyler?
Is
he catching something, or what is he doing? Water?
It looks like his laptop. Oh, I bet you he has
he's
his.
FaceTiming.
He has Desiree on FaceTime and showing the score.
What do you want to do? What should we do? You got any words of wisdom? Don't pull Brad. Don't pull Ryland. Yeah. I'm looking at the other matches because you do have Jenna on the bench. Remember, right?
Yeah. Well, Cody, you only have 3 strikes, so you're out.
Yeah.
You get the pull with 160.
See if I can refresh that screen to get a little clearer.
Oh, big shot there for the 3-pin spare, which I will admit the percentage of 3-pin spares today has been pretty good.
Yeah, that's a Grand Prairie special.
I think 3-pin spares are over 50%.
Oh, minimum.
And I think chop spares are like 25%.
If that.
That's silly, right?
Yeah, I mean the 3-pin spares today have been absolutely amazing. Like we have to be up around the 65, maybe even close to 70% range.
That's crazy.
And then the chop off spares are probably sitting around like, I don't know, maybe 13, 14%. Like it's been
well, we were 2 for 7 or 2 for 8 last match.
Yeah.
Robert pushing the ball.
Right back on the headpin again, but yeah. Tough break. Tyler, same thing. Oh, gets
Little bonus.
Little bonus, yeah. Well, obviously we know this game, just like last week, is going to come down to the 10th frame.
It's the
I'm
one
thinking I
side.
can't see their total at all. I don't know what it says on the bottom right there, but 824.
See if we can clean that up a
I
bit.
see 854 for Holy Rollers right
Yeah.
now.
Actually, I can see it better when you have it like further away.
Yeah, I know.
So it's 893 actually.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So I'm looking at the bottom, like underneath the actual score.
You guys know I'm 60 years old, right? The further it goes away, the worse it gets. Okay?
202 right now for Tyler in top spot.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice close match. That's going to the 10th, right? So and Megan and her partner are running really well here. Oh, Megan. Yeah.
Well, you see the two pin get a little tap for Julie, but not quite enough. Oh, I'll bring it up to you guys because we've had this debate in league a couple times. At the level of caliber that the pro league is at, what do you think it's more common to see? A 6-point frame or a 3-point frame?
Oh. Gosh.
3-point.
I'd say 6-point frame.
Yeah.
6-point was where I was leaning to.
I was gonna say, 6-point frame probably is more likely. I think.
Yeah.
I just think, especially if you go 3 and then through the hole, I feel like a lot of people are going to do the veteran play of at least try to put it onto the wood side.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
That was my thought. Yeah.
And then chances are cherry the hell out of the other 3.
Yeah.
Shot. Oh, look at that.
Thomas.
Back on it.
He's so clutch.
And I think Ryland got one here too. Yeah.
Ryland's so casual, man. He's so casual.
Yeah, you never know with a big fist pump coming back or not.
Yeah, unless you can see the pins. He could have thrown a head pin. He could have thrown a chop. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Another one there again. And
that's a good shot by Sean.
And Shauner comes right in there with another one.
Heck of a match.
We got Brad here looking to put another big shot on the board. Along with Scott.
Scott's got to start getting that ball out there. He has that.
Yeah, he laid that one down a bit. You could hear it.
You'd think he'd want it worse. You'd think he'd want it bad enough to know what he's doing out there. He's got to get on that. As I kept saying last week, 4 games a week doesn't cut it, in our Monday night league, right? So it just doesn't cut it.
Not to be at the elite level that Brad Tickat's at.
Correct.
Right? Do you want to be? What do you want to be? It's a lot of work, this game. A lot of people play a lot of games that are at the top of the game. I mean, you look at the top 5 guys across the country, 10 guys, call it the Greg DeGrazias, the Bradleys, the Tylers, the Mitch Davies, the Adam Webb. Well, Adam doesn't play as much, but, Tyler. These guys are playing every tournament possible as much as they possibly can. Sylvain Bercier plays a ton of events, right?
Yeah.
Matt,
yeah.
I'd say Greg is one of the few exceptions in there where Greg only plays once a week.
From a league standpoint, but he plays every tournament.
Right.
Yeah. No, for sure. I know, like on our side here in the Gatineau area, I know Sylvain Bercier definitely puts enough time into his game. There's a few guys that do, obviously, but another up and comer too. There is like for example, we Fred Martin. Throws a great ball, and I know another up and comer that's not actually part of the pro league this year, but could be in the future is Alex Somir. He goes out to the tours and stuff like that too, and plays in most of the tournaments. He's been having a pretty solid year as well.
Is there any chance we see Maxime?
Yeah, Maxime Lafreniere. Yeah, he's obviously Maxime.
Not Lafreniere. Beauchamp.
Oh yeah, he actually is on the men's team actually. We just had our open qualifier there, the provincials there. And Max Beauchampier there, he made the men's team, I believe, the 6th position. So actually, he was just ahead of me by about 25 pins or so on the men's team. And yeah, he's a very solid player, up and comer as well. Rookie this year. Definitely has tons of potential. But yeah, he's definitely you'll see him at Nationals if you guys are all gonna be there for the Open at least.
Nice. So Julie with the chop. So Ty and Robert open up the 7th and 8th frames.
Yeah, they're taking her to 10th, those two. Yeah.
Julie's into a 261 now in the 8th.
You got Robbie on the other side there, punching out 2 head pins in a row, but it does take the 15 on both for a total of 30 extra pins there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good pin in there.
Big time.
I remember Adam Weber once saying that you had to bowl basically, to get good, 10 games a week, somewhere in there, 15 games a week, right? And that makes sense. Yeah, and I'm guilty as charged. I want to get better. I'd love to bowl with these guys when I'm 60, but I watched Gino from Central, right? And,
Kingpins.
Right. He's amazing. He's a phenom. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, he's twice as old as I am. So,
Yikes.
I should be able to get back into it, which, I do have a mission in mind, and we'll see if we can get there. Look at Thomas go.
He's got a monster.
Oh, and the kiss for the camera.
As Ryland's got 5 bagger as well, just this is normal.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Well, he just woke up this morning and said, "Hey, we're bowling friggin' Grand Prairie. I guess it's time for a 4." Right?
Well, both these teams. I mean, we're looking at 1,200, 1,300s here, both of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Thomas is just throwing absolute bombs out there.
I could see 15 coming here. I hope that's not a commentator curse for next gen. We could see 15s coming here.
Yeah.
Both sides definitely projecting some pretty high totals here.
Yeah. We're struggling in that 5th spot right now, but I can't see. Somebody's got 200, I think. Who's Brad? He's got a couple.
Brad's got a monster.
Okay, so it's over. It's just about pinfall, keeping the pinfall close if it's possible. So.
It is, yes. It is.
Yeah.
Ooh, Brad's looking for the slider. Bonnie doing slider.
Didn't happen.
See if we can refresh that scoreboard again.
It's honestly better. It's honestly better if you don't have the zoomed in.
Yeah, no joke. It's actually better without having it zoomed in like this.
It's not the zoom; it's the camera.
No, but I mean, like, if you just don't have that screen at all, it's actually easier to read the score that way.
That's much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might as well just leave it off.
Yeah, that looks good that way.
Yeah, you got 264, I think 258, 210, 241, 217 or something like that.
I'll just put my trifocals on.
I was going to say, if you guys put your reading glasses on, you should be able to see it.
Oh, good for Scott. He's got his work cut out for him.
Well, it's definitely a huge
We can see it from afar. We'll see what the viewers say if they like it like this or want me to put it back on. I can't really zoom in.
Oh, is it about the viewers? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was just the 4 of us.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, if anybody's wondering, no. Okay.
Oh, nope. That's.
Yeah, I know. It's the camera. Sorry, guys. We're gonna leave it there.
That makes me think I need glasses.
So you got 217, 241, I got Ryland's. I think got 238, but he's also on like a 3. Yeah. Hold on.
Well, Ryland's 250s. Oh.
So 217, 241, 210, 238, 268. Something like that.
Yeah.
Other side, Robert with a 3. You got 206, 194 on a strike, 238 double, 177 with a spare, 133 with a spare, 1041 total against the 1189, I think, on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Robert's going to need to pick up this one.
Another one? Oh, man.
Oh, you got another 3-pin spare.
And the percentage goes up to just
that was
over 70%.
A good one.
Oh, my God. Actually, Sean Tompkins the other night, he works at my bowling alley here, and he was cleaning lanes the other night. He put a camera down there and threw a couple games just to watch what the pinfall did, right? And it was pretty cool, right? It's just a lively head pin, but it also happens on 8 and 9, and yeah, don't know what to say. It was pretty cool watching it though.
Got the right mix.
I'd love that if there could be a camera set up down there to have the like the old school pins
Yeah.
game to
Yeah.
watch the hits in slow motion.
Oh, next gen's trying to change their stuff. Don't change the next gen.
Yeah, that'd be cool to have that. They had the cameras in behind the, watching the pins. That's pretty cool. So, atta girl, Megan.
So chop off spare percentage has gone up a little bit. So has the 3-pin spare. 3-pin spare probably sitting in the lower case of the 70% range, and then I guess the chop off here is probably around 20% now.
Well, you know your numbers, buddy. Holy smokes.
Oh, you got to, eh?
Yeah.
I'm not an accountant or nothing like that, but
I just show up and talk.
Actually, we have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah. all the numbers are completely made up.
Oh, Thomas.
We're just balling here, but
no one's fact checking us, so we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, Scotty Olenberger will be fact checking you. I guarantee you.
Wait, are we still live? No.
Yeah.
You just say approximately on everything, and you can never be said you're wrong.
Right.
Well, we got a finger point out of that one from Rylan.
Isn't I think that's 5 or 6. That's six in a row. My goodness.
6-pack.
Yeah,
Good for him.
6-pack. Huge
Six
game
pack.
for
Against us
Rylan.
every time. He's shown up against us every time. Right. So
6-pack
A
is
punch there for
huge.
Thomas on his big one going.
nice game, Thomas. Yeah.
Still got 313 there. 313.
What did you call that?
313. It's in
Swanton
French.
tries. Okay, Swanton tries. Okay. See? I knew I was by. Sorry, Daryl.
There it is. Another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he gets on that angle like that from the right to the left, and he stays on the right side though. I mean, it's still
Yeah.
it's pretty good. I mean, he gets the pin action there for sure. Oh,
Little pusher there. So he's 273 and 8.
With that miss.
Oh, that's a massive shot.
You might want to pull him now that he's missed the middle.
Scott got one
Yeah.
roll. That's good.
Yeah, we can't afford Brad to be missing the middle even once in the game, so I think probably I think that, bench players probably looking around right about now.
Oh, they're all looking at the big screen right now here. So
Well, Brad with another good spare there, so he covers it up.
can't control what they do. Just go out and throw strikes.
So
guys.
Tyler had 217 and 8 with a strike in 9.
Yeah.
And Robert's got 206 in 8 with a spare in 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still up for grabs there.
Yeah, so Tyler's first ball can really decide this match.
And it could be on the other side as well, depending, obviously if Robert throws that strike, which I think he's waiting for Tyler though.
No, he's up there cleaning his ball.
Oh,
Ty
big
goes
shot
first.
there.
Big strike for Ty.
It's fun to watch that. I mean,
Max looking at 307.
yeah,
We've got Max 281 for Robert.
yeah, that was a huge strike for Tyler.
Yeah, so chop off or more for Tyler to shut out Robert.
Oh, they're quiet out there.
Oh, nice shot.
Good ball, though.
That was a good ball.
Little nervous
Crossover.
energy out there.
And
All right,
Tyler
Ty
again.
gets it too.
But they got to keep that. I don't know how far pinfall is. It's quite a bit apart, but.
Yeah, but regardless, though, I mean, even though they're, Tyler's getting the shots there and he's putting the pinfall on. I mean, if Rob can, if he can match him somewhere here, like they can still have a slight chance of getting back.
Exactly.
Tyler's looking at 307, isn't he, Max?
Yeah. Couple of head pins, but they both had the misses in the same frames, basically, and then Tyler grabbed the bull by the horns, and went after it.
Tyler finishes off with a triple and 10 to go over 300 for this game.
Yeah.
Another solid effort.
Yeah, so that basically gives Tyler a 290 average for the
Oh.
It is so quiet out there right now, you guys. I'm in my bar, but it's I got a big window I'm looking through, and they're hush. Yeah.
That's a big moment.
It is. But the thing is, win, lose, or draw, these guys have proven themselves. I mean, they're going to throw pretty close to 1,300 with these guys, and if not more.
So that's 269 now, Julie. So she had 264. So punt. So she's going max 279. So Megan's going to have a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge shot for Megan for sure.
Yeah.
Top match is going to go to Ty.
Yeah. And it wasn't because anybody bowled bad.
No, not by any means. Another good shot there. Hits the head pin though. It's over
3 head pins
270.
in the last 3 frames, or 4 frames, right? Or whatever that was, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You know, it just shows you the caliber of this league though when you're
Yep.
shooting 271 and losing by more than 30.
Exactly. Yeah.
279 there for Julie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Megan just needs to put this one on the middle somewhere.
You said 279 for Julie?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first strike here will put her within 10.
Yeah. Even a corner or a chop will still give her a chance.
Or excuse me, actually, sorry.
My goodness. That one. We saw that one going down. Good.
Wow.
254.
Just one good hit here to get the point.
Everybody loves strings.
Yeah.
Actually, she needs to hit the middle, and they.
That's a common one when it wraps into the gutter and comes around.
Oh yeah, we love those.
It's good to hear that because I'm tired of it. Okay. That was a huge strike for Miss Megan. That's awesome.
Yeah, it just needs 11 on our next 2 balls.
Yeah.
Just
Hit the
throw it on
middle.
Same way.
Hit the middle.
Come on, there. Oh boy. I
Yeah.
thought when I saw it go over the arrows, I thought she had it there.
Keep it to the right.
Well, she needs the middle 1+.
Yeah. Tie.
Yeah, she
it's
does
a
have
tie
to hit.
if she pitches out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Mama Tompkins is out there doing the math. Holy smokes. There we go.
She got it.
In there.
Yep.
Good job, Megan.
Luge.
So Dirk Kataravanka, we have 284 in that second match there against the 279 on the other side for Julie. So we have a 1-1 game here.
The third hole is going to go.
305.
Cody
finishes 305.
Yep.
Friggin' Ryland. I don't know. I'm gonna send somebody out there next time. I think. He's so clutch.
But I mean, you know, reiterating the fact of what I said earlier there, like, you know, you're throwing a 270, you lose to 300, then obviously you have Cody here throwing over 300 as well.
Yeah.
And actually losing the game to another 300.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Just something else.
It's so fun. What you know, and I keep bringing this up every podcast or every other podcast or whatever, but what Daryl's done and the group has done to make this happen for all of us, you know, and to see the potential across Canada without leaving your home, you know, it's pretty cool. So yeah, hats off to you guys every time, right? So
Yeah, thanks, Gerald. Obviously, it's fun and it's a labor of love, and you know you got to put your time in and you got to do it.
Yeah.
But it's also, you know what, the response that we get from our fellow bowlers and managers across the country that they're doing it and wanting to be part of it. That just gives us more push to keep driving and doing it. So we wouldn't be here unless we had the people willing to do it. So
absolutely, yeah.
So 341 for Ryland there.
Oh.
So not quite a 400.
Well, Thomas, he crushed him.
343
for Thomas. Look at these scores. Wow.
You know, these matches weren't that far apart, really. But I mean, pinfall's obviously different, and I think it's done. I can't see next gens, but you know, I'm pretty sure it's done. But great game, Thomas.
Another 300 for Brad. So he's just going to extend his average. Is going to be higher. Looking at.
We're talking 1546 here with an extra 2
Wow.
balls to go.
So we've got ourselves a new record for the 5PL this year. Week 12, we've got Next Gen. Their 6th game of the season have now broken the record for the year. Outstanding finish.
Yeah. And I just got a text from Rob Willier. Isn't that Ryland kid awesome?
Nice.
Yeah.
And a 316 there. Is that right?
What does it say for totals? 1548?
I think so.
Wow. So in order to beat it, you know, you got to throw that 1550. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
That's massive.
Needing 3 10s all the way down.
Just taking notes for my lumberjacks here.
What did we have there on that score? Anybody know?
For which one?
For Brad.
He's got 316.
316. Okay, I thought so.
Because he had 301 and 9, and he had a corner pin. And he missed it, but took the 15 on it.
So we're 1548 for them.
See,
Yeah.
yeah,
1548
Tyler
with a
confirmed in the chat.
with a 6-pin win. Thank you.
And Hoka.
Wow, that's quite the total, though. I mean,
That's a huge total. I mean, both of these teams are massive. I mean, Holy Rollers threw what they could at them, and then some.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
taking 2 points off that is still impressive in itself.
I mean, Julie shouldn't feel bad, though. I mean, 279 being the lowest game. Give me a break. Like,
Yeah,
just...
4 300s. Yeah, I hope you feel bad, Julie.
Clearly,
she's on our
Jenna
Edmonton Open. I can chirp Julie, so she'll not good enough, Julie.
What a great match! Congratulations to Next Gen again.
Okay, so Scotty Halka was the 203 minus. And
271, 284, 343, huge game, 265, and 203 for 1366. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very good total.
Just
big totals. Next Gen is torn down. They must have a full house over there. Thanks for sticking around for us a bit. I'm just going to go like this. We'll remove that one out of there. We'll bring everybody in. And we'll bring Tyler in there. I did have Des. Let's bring in Des too. We've got everybody in, yeah. Des, we'll start with you. That's kind of a fun game to watch from afar. We saw Tyler at one point walk up and show you the computer, and it's kind of like, do you want to do anything, or what should we do, or how did that go?
Yeah, I wasn't even really thinking about a pull at that point. I like to score watch, and I couldn't see clearly what was going on, and so I just needed a little check-in so that I could see what the numbers were showing, and just kind of let them roll.
Now a little chirping over there, Tyler, for Julie. I hope that Julie's feeling the wrath of you guys at 4 300s and she couldn't quite get there. What's the ribbon going to feel like? Tyler, I don't think you can hear me on that one. Tyler's in the back room over at Bonnie Doon, so maybe he can't hear me. Steve, you're with us. Thanks for joining us. Steve, how's the team? Obviously, threw everything at them as much as you could, but just really couldn't overcome a Next Gen that's breaking the records out there, is it?
Yeah, you betcha. That was one heck of a game by Next Gen. You guys killed it out there. Kept the matches close there. Second half, we kind of lost a little momentum, but they come off the bench a little cold, and that kind of cost us there. But
yeah,
what do you do, right?
I think had she missed the middle, there'd be a little bit more harassing. Yeah, she sat down. She's like, "Well, I helped for team total," so she's started by picking on herself already. But
nice.
No, certainly a very solid game, obviously, for both teams. I think it was 1366 to the 1548. Which is the new record, obviously, for the league, right? So
it is.
Stats
huge. Will be increased. Brad Tickett increases his average. Tyler increases his average. Thomas Tompkins, he's going to increase his average. There's some good playing out there in this match. So definitely some things to take away from it. What do you guys take away, Steve, from Holy Rollers? What's the takeaway for you guys?
Well, I think the biggest thing for us taking away from this match is kind of we got to come off the bench together as a team here. And I think a little cold coming off and maybe some placements with our third and fourth place bowlers. I think we might have to do a couple switches there. But other than that, that's kind of what we're going to take away from this one. Move in like 1366. You got a Next Gen 1500. That's unreal. So we're pretty confident about this game. It was comfortable, but we'll move forward next in March there when we have a couple matches.
Yeah, sounds good. And Des, I mean, that's just a monster for Next Gen to take away. They're feeling good, here now Sunday afternoon, Super Bowl to watch. Go and enjoy some wings and beer after shooting 1500. They're the talk of the town now, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And we haven't bowled in a really long time, and so trying to get everyone there early, make sure they threw a game, kind of get their feels in, get our lineup rolling again. And we had a conversation before this match yesterday. We've got a group chat going, and we kind of talked about the job that we needed to get done in order to come out where we wanted to be, and they executed that today above and beyond what I could have asked for, but our goal was 6, and we accomplished that, so I'm super proud of them.
Nice, and that's just it. They're going to move their way up into the standings. They sort of haven't played as many games as everybody else, so sort of sitting middle of the pack, but everybody knowing, like, Next Gen is for real. And even myself, throw some chirps at you early on in the season. Says I'm not so sure about them. Well, that I'm sure that the guys will have some words with me tonight. How do you like that now, DB? So I'll welcome it later on. But we'll wrap this up here, guys. Thanks for joining us, Steve and Des. We'll let you guys go, and we'll wrap up the show. And thanks for hanging with us a little bit late in the schedule here today.
Awesome. Great game, guys, and thank you so much.
Great game, guys. Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Right on, guys. Well, we made it through. We had some delays. I might be fired, but no, I appreciate you guys coming in and holding down the fort and keeping it going. And good to have you in the commentary crew. So, yeah, thoughts? What are you looking forward to? What are you seeing for teams going forward?
Go ahead, Dyson.
I think again, I want to keep my eye on the Snowmen, given that they're sitting in there. They're sitting in the 5th spot in that division. I want to see, the next couple of games if they can put something together and really kind of cement that top 5, or just which direction they head.
Yeah, no. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of tight calls. I think toward the end of the of all the games that we have remaining, and not to sound biased, but obviously I'd love to see the Lumberjacks get back in there. But I think judging on math and the amount of points that we need and stuff like that for our group, I think we'd have to win. We can't lose a lot. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
But we can't afford to lose another game, period, let alone points even for that matter. But a lot of close matchups, very strong league. It's been obviously great up until this point. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to see what happens for the rest of the next couple of months there, and obviously into the playoffs too.
Yeah, you bet. There's still 6 weeks left of the season, so still lots of games to play. Nothing's written in stone. Sure, some teams might be in better shape, but that's probably because they played more games. So exciting for more things to come. We do have 5PL action next weekend again on the 19th. We'll get that all teed up and queued up. We've got we'll update the stats here throughout the week. More things to banter, chat about. But yeah, thanks for everybody tuning in, watching, commenting, following, liking, subscribing, all those kind of fun things. But we do it because we love it, and this is our sport of 5-pin bowling, and this is the 5PL. So I'll just run the commercial, and we'll wrap her up here, gang. Take care, fellas.
Yeah, take care, man. Thanks a lot, guys.
See you guys.
Take care.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
When you come to the Canadian Brewhouse, you'll feel right at home. We work hard to make our house your house. With an affordable menu of appetizers, entrees, desserts, beverages, and killer deals on daily specials. At our house, you never miss a play. As sports lovers, we've ensured each location includes over 50 TVs and our signature Jumbotron. The Canadian Brewhouse is the place people want to be.